We have someone else that's joined us, Miss Kathy Hare. Glad to have you on this evening. Glad to have everyone on this evening. Beautiful Saturday evening. I tell you, it's good to get great information on Saturday evening. Get my thinking cap on and in learning mode. Dr. Breakthrough.
Hey, hey, hey,
Hey, hey,
come
I
on.
know you. How's it going?
Excellent on purpose and by design, even better now that I see you.
Hey, man, I'm doing absolutely marvelous. It getting me better. I don't know if I can stand it.
Ah, that's what I'm talking about.
All right, man. Love that book, man. Love that book. Oh, man. Woo!
Which one is that? Your breakthrough is guaranteed. How to build a big team fast. Kingdompreneur. Like which one?
Kingdompreneur.
Oh,
Kingdompreneur.
come on now.
Great book.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Welcome, Mr. Cynthia Washington. Glad to have you on. And Miss Yvette Coleman. Good to hear you. And we have the legend over there. We have the legend, and we have a Saini. Did I say that right?
Yeah, good evening. It's Hassani. Hassani, how you doing? Good evening.
Hassani, got you, man. Got you, brother.
All right.
I know you're not going to keep this up in Europe. How are you getting on today? Quite all right. Welcome to the station. That's Marshall. Deputized on the Chris Dorr man. That fucker was
And again, and we're gonna have Mr.
Yeah.
Silas King coming on in a few. I tell you, some of you, if you've known his dad, you'll see the resemblance. His dad was such an impeccable and strong mentor and entrepreneur and also coach and teacher. And I tell you, he had a vision and a purpose, and he fulfilled that dream and purpose. You know, I thank God. I believe God went on and saw that his purpose was filled, and now he left it to his son, young Silas, who's training and teaching people to be so successful in so many different ways. So I feel honored and appreciated to be on this Zoom. Wow. Right, Miss Valerie Watson. We have Miss Daphne that joined us. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Miss Megan Lynch.
Thank you.
Miss Tasha Porter. Good to see you, Miss Tasha Porter. Wow. Long time.
Amen. Hi,
Amen.
Mr. Reggie. How are you? Good to
I
see you
am
too.
doing absolutely marvelous.
Amen.
Then we have Miss Kyra Hunt. All right.
Hey, Reggie. It's Kiara.
Kiara,
Yes,
Kiara, oh,
Kiara
Kiara.
Hurt. Yes,
I don't have any contacts in or my glasses on, so.
that's fine. That's fine.
Mhm. And Mr. Al, good to have you on. Good to have you on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Again, we're going to have our speaker on in about 5 after. So at this time, you make sure you have your pencil and your pad ready. You're going to have some great information that you're going to obtain this afternoon, Saturday afternoon. And also, uh, I'm going to say one of the best things is when we have the speaker on to be on mute. And I'm sure he'll have place for everyone that needs to speak, can speak. And there's always room in the chat that you can type questions or any information that you can in the chat. So at this time, right before we bring young Silas, I call him young Silas before you. It's something that I always like to do, and in no kind of way I try to offend anyone that thinks different or anything like that. But one of the things that's great in my life is ministry. I love ministry. Ministry is the key to my life and everything I've accomplished and everything I've done. And he's made me very successful in everything. And I always give him praise first before I start with anything. So those that understand that, I want you to with me. I'm going to whisper a word of prayer. Heavenly Father, we thank you, Lord, for this day, this hour, this moment that you're before us. And Lord, I know that you mean the best for us because you said, nay, in everything we are more than conquerors. Lord, you told us in your word that we are the head and not the tail, above and not beneath. Lord, you made us and you supplied every need already according to your riches and glory, which is in Christ Jesus. So, Lord, we thank you for our wealth, health, and strength, because you said, beloved, I wish above all things that thou may prosper, be in health, even as our soul prospers. So, Lord, even this night, Lord, open our ears and our hearts that we can increase and grow together, that we can make an impact on this world, impact in other lives, Lord. Be significant in other lives, Lord. You have your way, Lord. Touch Brother Silas with your Holy Spirit, Lord. Touch him and raise him up and do a mighty work in him. Even as he shared, you take control, Lord, that we be able to hear and understand each word that is spoken. We'll always give you praise. We'll always give you glory. And we thank you for everyone that joined us. And Lord, may they be blessed and fulfilled throughout their lives, Lord. In the name of Jesus, we thank you and we praise you that you get the glory and the praise in Jesus' name. Amen and amen. Amen. So at this time, I like to bring on your forefront one who's, I know he's a man of God. He loved the Lord and he's always doing things to help others, increasing others, always showing his knowledge and always showing forth the praise. And one thing I tell you, the fella loves having fun, knows what he's showing, and also knows how to make a lot of money. I've known my young brother for a long time, and he's in such a blessing, increasing in so many ways. I bring to your front young Silas King, SK4. Are you there, sir?
Yes, sir, Mr. Haskins. Can everybody hear me loud and clear? Just put it in
Absolutely.
the chat if you
Yes,
guys
sir.
can hear
Yes,
me
sir.
loud and clear.
Yes,
Guys,
sir.
Yes, we
this
can
is
hear
gonna
you.
awesome. This is gonna be a very personable call. This is not about hype or excitement. My name is Silas King the fourth, guys. Mr. Haskins, I appreciate you. He's been with my dad since the beginning in network marketing, in business. And Mr. Haskins, I asked him to pray. We're a team and a leadership of prayer warriors, and we love to put God first in what we do in business. And so, guys, I'm actually going to be coming on a little bit later. I actually have a surprise speaker for you guys that's going to pour into you guys as well. Two surprise speakers, two people that have done phenomenal things in this industry. And and when I say this industry, in the industry of building up other people, like we're in a relationship building business, not just network marketing. And we're going to be letting people on one by one as they admit. So keep inviting people to this. You do not want them to miss this. I'm going to show you guys how to literally create the income that you really want in your business. And I'm going to show you how I did it to the T. And I'm not holding anything back for each and every one of you guys. And so before we get into all that, I want to bring up a special speaker, someone that really loves the Lord as well, guys. And his name is Dr. Stan Harris Breakthrough. But before I bring him up, he's a best-selling author, master coach. He's the world's first breakthrough speaker facilitator in the world, guys. He has been voted into both the Black Belt and Motivational Speaker Hall of Fame. Guys, he's been, with associations and people that have edified him like Les Brown, Myron Golden, and so much more. I actually didn't know how I was going to do this introduction because it's so special. He's a good friend of my father's as well. But it's beyond that for this call. And he has spoken in over 50 states in over 28 countries, right? And he's impacted lives all around the world. So I wanted you guys to know this call, it's not going to be about just making money. It's going to be about your breakthrough. And I've had a chance to talk to a lot of you guys individually, and then some of you guys are getting to know me. But each and every one of you guys are literally right there with building your brand and wanting to take things to the next level for yourself. And you guys want to experience that breakthrough. And so I'm going to play this video real quick, and then I'm going to bring on Dr. Breakthrough. Give me one second.
Dr. What? Dr. Breakthrough. Is that what he said?
That's what he said.
Yes, sir. Dr. Breakthrough.
Wow.
It looks like you have a little technical difficulty. If you want me to, Silas, I can go ahead and play that for you.
Yes, sir. Were you guys not able to hear it?
Nah, let me.
Okay.
I can do it.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure why. Yeah, you can go ahead and play it, Dr. Stan.
Yeah, I could go ahead and play that for you if you don't mind.
Yes, sir. I want them to hear that.
Okay, they can see it too.
Right.
Let me share the screen.
Yes, sir. And so guys, this wasn't exactly planned for you guys to have this experience, but for you guys to be able to have Dr. Breakthrough on this call, don't play with this call. Invite, bring on your guests, because what I'm gonna show you guys, it's gonna break through in your business.
Alrighty.
Yes, sir. You can see the host features, Dr. Stan.
Yeah. Thank y'all.
Alrighty. Well, hey, thank you very much. And man, Silas King the Fourth, what an incredible legacy you are following, but not just following, that you have increased. And so I applaud you, young man. I tell you, it's amazing. I've known you and your dad for, oh my goodness, 20, 24, 25 years. So, but real quick, let me just start off always by saying this. I got to give a disclaimer as Dr. Breakthrough. I can't provide a breakthrough. I just prescribe the breakthrough. But when people follow the breakthrough prescription, God Almighty provides the breakthrough they desire and deserve. And a breakthrough is exploding through barriers that at one time seemed insurmountable. An operative word is the word seem, because sometimes my eyes and my senses tell me lies. So again, I'm so blessed to be on here. And my goodness, all of you that took time on a Saturday evening, and Mr. Haskins, again, thank you for your faithfulness over these years, decades. And thank you very much. And again, Silas King the Fourth, man, we're so grateful for you. You're making such an impact in people's lives. You know, one of the things when people ask me, the other day I was talking to Myron Golden, we were talking on the phone. He called me, he was on his way to vacation, and we were talking. And one of the things we were talking about is so many people today, they got it all backwards. They use their business to they use people rather to build their business. But people like Silas King, he's learned to use his business to build people. And if you're on here tonight, you are going to be built up, my friend. You're going to be inspired. You're going to be encouraged. You're going to get instructions. You're going to get step by step. And you're going to be taught by somebody who produces amazing results. So I'm just going to leave something here with you very briefly that'll kind of set the stage. And I tell you, my friend, I'm so excited to be here. So just so you know, in a nutshell, my life is simple. I was a mess that God and I made into a master. And now, my friend, I'm a nobody, rather, that God and I made into a somebody. And I'm committed to telling everybody he can do the same and a whole lot more for anybody. And just some simple things, my friend, because again, every master was once a mess, and therefore every mess can one day be a master. You might want to write that one down. Let me say it again. Every master was once a mess, or at best mediocre. Therefore, every mess or mediocre person can one day be a master. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Grew up in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. My dad left when I was 3, never came home, never called. I was beaten, tarred, and feathered by a teenage gang when I was just a 6-year-old boy. And my life was a mess. Physical abuse and verbal abuse and sexual abuse and obviously racial abuse and financial abuse, you name it, I was abused. I went through it. But here's what I found out. Pain and adversity, it causes some men and women to break, right? They just give up on life and that they're just, I mean, they died, but they just haven't laid down, right? They just gave up. So pain and adversity causes some men and women to break. But then it causes others to break bad. And for a while, I was like that. I had a chip on my shoulder. I was just mad at the world. But the third thing pain and adversity can do, it can cause others to break records. And that's the kind of flow I'm in now, allowing the pain that I went through to push me to break records, my friend. And so I've had more breakdowns than anybody else I know, and I had to break through them. And so now, my friend, 25 years ago or so, Willie Jolly and I were speaking at Howard University. And he said, Dr. Stan, I know you got a PhD in martial arts and doctor in divinity. And he said, a few credits away from doctor of naturopath, he said, but man, branding's everything. He said, man, the way you break those boards and bricks with things written on them like fear and doubt and procrastination. He said, man, and the way you guide people through breaking through the barriers of life, he said, your branding should be Dr. Breakthrough. He said, yeah, just like a person goes to a doctor and a doctor writes a prescription and they get better. He said, you're the guy when somebody needs a breakthrough. You're the guy with a breakthrough. So your name, your branding should be Dr. Breakthrough. I looked at him and said, man, I appreciate that. Those are kind words. I'm not sure it's all the way true, but I promise you, I will live the rest of my life to make sure it is true. And so that's where the name came from. It stuck. And like I said, but now what we do is we empower people to break through. And I want you to know this, my friend. You have got to have a breakthrough mentality. Here's something you ought to write down. Without a breakthrough mentality, get this now, Kimberly, nothing in heaven or earth can help you. However, with a breakthrough mentality, Robert C. and Kathy, with a breakthrough mentality, nothing on earth can stop you. Ooh, did you get that? I said, without a breakthrough mentality, nothing. Oh, Sister Sherilyn King, hey, good to see you there. Hey, without a breakthrough mentality, nothing, Sister Megan Lynch, you know this, nothing in heaven and earth can help you. But Cynthia, with a breakthrough mentality, nothing on earth can stop you. And so I'm telling you, my friend, when you get that breakthrough mentality, it's going to help you. The powerful things that you're about to learn from Silas, you've got to have a breakthrough mentality. See, that's going to help you to learn more because, again, without the right mentality, it will hinder, get this now, your mindset, the improper mindset will hinder your skill set. But the breakthrough mindset will help your skill set. And he's about to give you some powerful skill sets, but we want to make sure first you have that right mindset. And so somebody, by the way, today is going to have a bumblebee breakthrough. Now, you're probably wondering, maybe you say, what in the world is a bumblebee breakthrough, Patrick? Maybe you're asking that. Well, let me tell you what a bumblebee breakthrough is. See, aerodynamically, it's impossible for the bumblebee to fly. See, Valerie, his wings aerodynamically is too small in proportion to his body. But Adrian, here's the catch. Because the bumblebee doesn't believe, Kathy, what they say, the bumblebee flies anyway. And I'm telling you, in spite of what they told you, you can't be, you won't be. And in spite of what your own mind told you, my friend, you're going to learn some things tonight that when you implement them, my friend, you're going to break through and do some things that you never dreamed before. And so if I could gather the whole world and in 5 to 7 minutes, give them my most powerful breakthrough message outside of salvation, it will be this right here, and that is this. And I need you to write this down. Somebody put this in the chat for me. You got to be committed to the process. I'm going to break it down for you. The first key word is committed. So you got to be committed to the process. That's the second key word, process. By the way, I said committed. I didn't say try. See, whenever you say, well, I'm going to try, no, try is to lie. Try is to give your mind an excuse out. See, when a person says, I'm going to try, like I was speaking in Canada, I pulled out $100 bill. And I said, now, the first person that I'm going to throw this on the ground, the first person that grabs this $100 bill, you can have it. The first one, I said, that tries to get the $100 bill, you can have it. I threw that $100 bill on the ground. Man, they started, they would dive in. I was like, whoa, stop. Give my money back. Hold on, y'all didn't listen to me. I said, let me try that again. I said, the first one that tries to pick up this $100 bill. I threw that $100 bill. Man, they started diving and jumping. I said, I thought you Canadians were kind of stoic a little bit. I said, y'all, listen, you didn't hear what I said. I said, try, not commit. See, you committed. Y'all was jumping over each other. I said, if I say try, that means you do like you just kind of, I said, that's the difference. See, when you try to do a business, it doesn't work. When you try to implement some social media strategies, they don't work. When you commit, that's when it happens. So keyword number 1, you got to be committed. Number 2, to the process. It's a process. It's not an overnight thing. It's not a microwave. No, it's a process. It's going to take time. And so watch this, my friend. So you got to be committed, keyword number 1, to the keyword number 2, process. Now here it is, of being bad, feeling bad, or doing bad for as long as it takes to get good. Ooh, come on now. He did that thing. Let me say it again. I said you got to be committed to the process of being bad, feeling bad, or doing bad for as long as it takes to get good. Matter of fact, let me say it this way. You got to be committed to and through the process of being bad, feeling bad, or doing bad for as long as it takes to get good. If you're committed like that, you can get good at anything. I'll prove it to you. You were born in this world. You didn't know how to read, write, walk, or talk. But guess what? You observed everything. You listened. All of a sudden, my friend, as a matter of fact, at first we couldn't even hold up our own heads, remember? But guess what, my friend? Guess what? You learned. You picked up. You heard. You started speaking. You started walking. Listen, I'm telling you, so don't allow your mind to talk you out of things. Don't allow your mind to say this is too hard. No, you're a genius, my friend. As a matter of fact, you're a masterpiece because you're a piece of the master. You're a product of the master. You're the priority of the master. And I'm telling you, my friend, you are more of a genius than you understand. The most powerful computer was computed and formulated from just a little part of your mind. So get this, my friend. So you got to be committed to the process of being bad, feeling bad, and doing bad. Now, I don't mean doing bad things. I'm talking about doing the good thing, but doing it bad. You got to be committed to that process. So you got to be committed to and through the process of being bad, feeling bad, or doing bad for as long as it takes to get good. If you're committed to doing that, you can get good at anything. You see, years ago, I started speaking. I was bad. I was a young teenager. I would go out back and I would practice. Matter of fact, Myron Golden, I ain't know much, but I call myself mentoring Myron, a bunch of other guys. And but at first I was terrible. But guess what? I would go out back and practice. The trees would seem to bow away from me and the squirrels would run. But I just kept on practicing and practicing. And guess what? I felt bad. I practiced speaking. I said, man, my speaking is terrible, but I kept on practicing. And guess what, my friend? I got a little bit better and a little bit better. And then I found out as I started working, trying to mentor some other people on things that I didn't even really know. It made me have to understand it better and do it better. And I got better and better and better until one day, guess what, my friend? I went from being bad. I went from sounding bad. I went from feeling bad. Imposter syndrome. No, I knew I was terrible. I wasn't no imposter syndrome. I'm saying, but guess what? But I was committed to and through the process of being bad, feeling bad, speaking bad until I got good. Matter of fact, I got so good, as he mentioned, I've spoken, preached, and taught in all 50 states and 28 countries. I was committed to and through the process of speaking bad, feeling bad about my speaking, and having probably others think the same way until one day I got voted into the Motivational Speakers Hall of Fame. See, again, if you got to be committed to and through the process, again, the key word number one, committed. Key word number two, process, right? To and through the process of being bad, feeling bad, or doing bad for as long as it takes to get good. Because if you commit to that, you can get good at anything. So I need somebody to write all that out for me in the chat. Come on now. So again, here's the key. I did that in speaking. As a matter of fact, I got so good, I've been paid as much as $1,000 per minute to speak. Now, don't worry, y'all get a discount tonight, okay? But hey, but here's what I'm saying. But if I'd have stopped when I felt bad, if I'd have stopped when I was speaking bad, if I'd have stopped when nobody gave me a compliment, then I would have never been where I am now. And I'm telling you, the masters are the ones who continued on. See, the master has failed more times than the student ever thought of attempting. So you just got to keep on keeping on. See, when things go wrong, as they sometimes will, and the road you're trudging seems all uphill, when the funds are low and the debts are high, you want to smile, but you have to sigh. If care is pressing you down a bit, rest if you must, but don't you quit. Life is strange with its twists and turns, as every one of us sometimes learns. Many a struggler turns about. When they might have won it, they stuck it out. Don't give up, though the pace seems slow. You may succeed with another blow. Success is failure. Turn inside out. The silver tint of the cloud of doubt. And Laura, you never can tell how close you are. Victory may be near, Bridget, though it seems afar. So Abigail, stick to the fight when your heart is hit. Adrian, is when things seem worse that you just mustn't quit. And the champions are the ones who get this now. They're committed to and through the process of being bad, feeling bad, even doing things bad long enough to get good, and they end up getting good at anything, my friend. Michael Jordan, you heard that famous quote by Michael Jordan. He said that I missed over 9,000 shots, right? I had the winning game shot. I missed it 300 times. And he said, I failed over and over and over and over again. And that is why I am a success. See, failure is not the opposite of success. Failure, quote unquote, and I'm going to tell you, I don't really believe in failure, but what people call failure is an integral part of success. See, I never fail. I win or I learn. Now, if I learn, I didn't lose, I'm getting closer to winning. Are you with me? So you might play me in basketball. You'll never beat me. You may have more points, but you'll never beat me. Come on, somebody. And I'm going to keep learning. So again, my friend, whatever it is, if you'll just apply this, I apply this not just to speaking, I applied it to martial arts. When I started martial arts 50 years ago, I tripped over my own feet. They called me Mr. Baboon. They made fun of me. I said, laugh now, because one day I'm going to whoop all y'all. Make a long story short, my friend, that day came true. As a matter of fact, my grandmaster, Sensei Walter Dobson, before he passed, he said, Dr. Stan Harris, the one we call Dr. Breakthrough, when I die, he's going to inherit this system. He's going to continue my legacy. He will inherit my belt and everything else. One of the greatest honors of my life, the little kid that they laughed at. But guess what? I was committed to and through the process of being bad, feeling bad, and even doing bad sometime long enough for the sensei to get me good. So I'm telling you, my friend, I don't care where you are in life right now, but if you'll say, I'm committed, who's willing to right now say, I'm committing to and through the process of feeling bad, doing bad, or being bad, long as it takes to get good? Because I'm telling you, you listen to this young man, Silas King, and follow what he's going to give you, my friend. It doesn't matter where you are now. I promise you, my friend, if you just follow. And by the way, a mentor is not one whose advice you seek. A mentor is one whose advice you follow. So it's not just about listening. It's about implementing, my friend. And listen, you do that, and I promise you the blessings are yours. So I want to close out with this quick thought, and that is, I want you to commit, because you're either going to be a broken or a breakthrough woman or man. And so I put together a few words on that. Let me close with this. So I want you to make this commitment. we refuse to be a settled or broken woman or man. It's our right and choice to focus on being a breakthrough woman or man. We seek opportunity, not security. We do not wish to be kept Americans, humbled and dulled by having the state, job, man or woman take care of us. We want to take the calculated risk, to dream and to build, to fail if we have to until we succeed. We refuse to live from month to month, always robbing Peter to pay Paul. We prefer the challenge of life instead of the guaranteed existence of so-called security. We'd rather experience the thrill of fulfillment than the comfort zone of familiarity. We will never bow to any master disaster nor bend to any threat. It's our heritage to stand erect, unstoppable and unafraid, boldly full of faith and say, this, with the help of God, we have done and will continue to do because it's our time to shine. It's breakthrough time. Well, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dr. Stan Harris. They call me Dr. Breakthrough. I can't provide a breakthrough. I just prescribe the breakthrough. And when you follow the prescription, Kimberly, God Almighty, provides a breakthrough you desire or deserve. So I want you now to get ready to learn, to implement from this young king, middle-aged king, the brother like no other, the master to help turn around your disaster, too strong to be weak, too sweet to be sour. He can't take credit as all God's power. Mr. Silas King the Fourth. Take it away, my friend.
Wow, Dr. Breakthrough, I appreciate you, man. That was such an amazing, from the heart conversation you just had with every single person on here. Guys, give it up for Dr. Breakthrough in the chat. You know, you can unmute your mics too and give it up for Dr. Breakthrough. That was such a huge
Thank you.
call
Thank you,
and
thank you,
huge
thank you,
moment for
sir.
every single person on here.
Well, thank
Thank
you.
you, Dr.
Appreciate
Breakthrough.
it.
And guys,
Thank you. That was
Thank you, Dr.
awesome.
Breakthrough. That was awesome.
Thank you, sir.
thank you so much. And I'm going to make sure you guys know how to plug in with Dr. Breakthrough as well at the end of this call. I appreciate that so much, guys. And, you know, for my clients on here, before we get started, even more, everybody that's been my client personally that I've helped build websites for or marketing or social, whatever we've done on the digital side, make sure you have your 8x11 calendar. If you're a guest, I'm going to give you grace, but we're going to do a calendar training at the end, towards the end of the call. It's going to be the last training outside of social media. Make sure you have at least your Facebook account as well here in the next at least 30 minutes or so. Make sure you have that open. This is an implementation call, guys. This is not a call to come on here and feel good. This is a breakthrough call. And I believe breakthroughs happen when you follow God's instruction and when you follow the wisdom and the insight that he gives you and you do it, boom, it happens. And so I want to bring on one more person that's really close. He was really close with my father. I asked him to talk from a spiritual, just more spiritual standpoint of the relationship my dad taught him, because I'm going to be showing you my dad's system as well on top of my system. Within network marketing, he's going to talk about that, but also outside of network marketing, because with this system, I've built successful companies, 4 different companies outside of network marketing with what my dad taught me, and with what Dr. Harris is sharing as well, Dr. Breakthrough. And so I'm going to bring on this next speaker. He's family. If you guys were on here at the beginning, he actually hosted this call. His name is Reggie Haskins. He's out of the beautiful city of Columbia, South Carolina. My dad started a prayer call for entrepreneurs, and anybody can get on it. He started it years ago. And when my dad passed away in 2021, Mr. Haskins, he was doing it already, hosting it, but he's been doing the call every single day, Monday through Friday, since my dad passed in 2021. So I'm honored to bring him on and to just share from a faith standpoint what he learned from my father. And I just want you guys to understand the system. Somebody asked me, what makes your system different than other digital marketers and funnels and all these different things with marketing? Relationships is what makes what we do different. The way we build relationships and the way that we take care of people one by one. That's what my difference is. I'm not someone where you'll get on a call and it'll be just thousands and thousands of people just to have them on there. I'm someone, if you're on this call, either I touched you personally or somebody that I'm connected with touched you personally. And so I want to bring on Reggie just for a few minutes to just kind of share from his heart. He asked me as well that he wanted to do this. And I asked him to go ahead and, pray at the beginning. We're going to do a prayer at the end of this call too, guys, because I want you guys to experience your breakthrough. And so thank you, Dr. Breakthrough, once again. And Ray Haskins, I want to bring you on real quick. And then, guys, we're going to get into building in digital marketing. Mr. Haskins, are you there, sir?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Can you hear
I can
me?
hear you loud and clear. Can everybody put in the
Yes,
chat?
sir. All right, all right. That's one of the things Silas taught me too, as well as once you jump on, say, can you hear me? So someone can say loud and clear, because you talked about system, and I tell you, he was a stickler for that. Matter of fact, it's somewhat in a way, wow, I'm touched always to talk about him, because it was like a brother from another mother, I'm gonna tell you, from the time of 2008, 7, I believe, when because I've known him for a while, but doing business together, and just about every day, me and his brother talk. Think about that. Just about every single day, either about business or about our walk in faith. And one of the things that uh, he always said, and even in life, system, when you use it as an acronym, everybody should know what that is. Save yourself time, energy, and money. And everybody can do that. We just have to find the right system. And then you book system after system and follow through. That's what he was always teaching. He was funny. I'd go somewhere with him or be somewhere or anything. He said, do you know your ABCs? And I'd be like, yeah, I know my ABCs. He said, no, it didn't seem like it. Then I said, what do you mean, Al? He said, look, everybody you meet, you build a relationship. So A is always, B is B, and C is closing. Always be closing, because everybody's a prospect. You don't know everybody. So everybody you meet, you either building a relationship or building something with people. One of the things that he stood on is faith. Faith is something that I stand on today, and I thank God for having the kind of faith. Because even me and him shared, at a young age, I was even confined to a wheelchair. They said I'd never walk again. But I thank God today that, I'm walking. Actually, they said I wouldn't grow much, but I'm 6'7". So, they didn't, faith in God means a lot, because when we follow the system that God has already set in place for us, success is already there. He's already told us. He said, when you meditate on my word day and night, you should have good success. Now, he said good success, meaning that we don't have to have worries and stuff. And I tell you, when I used to talk to Silas, we used to get on these conversations where the next day, as you just forestated, Dr. Breakthrough, we would have a breakthrough, even in business. Phenomenal amounts of money, phenomenal clients, phenomenal relationships. And I tell you, miss my brother. I miss my brother. Because then it was times we would laugh, because he used to always teach is winners do what people don't. Winners do what people won't. See, we, as Dr. Breakthrough just shared, Silas dwelled on that. Like, take the extra step. Don't think that just because every time you hear a no, that means a yes is coming. But you develop a ratio. And as you say, Silas, man, I tell you, sometimes he said, look, try me. I was like, okay. So now I'm going to tell you the way Silas, my brother, was. I'll tell you. And I see it in his son. I see it in his son. Because any time of day, you might get a call from Silas, and Silas say, okay, I need you to host this call. Okay, I need you to do this call. Okay, I need you to be on this call. We're gonna have a training. Now I'm gonna tell you, he was so diligent about work, because as Dr. Breakthrough said, it depends on how serious you about committed to the process. Because my brother Silas King, it can be in the middle of the Super Bowl. And he'd say, look, I got a three-way call. You're going to do this three-way call. Because committing to the process. And that's one of the things that I see in his son teaching, seeing his son developing, seeing in his son bringing that out. And I love it because one of the things that Silas, and I go with that because even the Bible teaches, I don't believe what I see, but I see what I believe. And I believe success for everyone. Now, I may not see it right now, but I believe it. And what I believe, the word says, whatsoever you believe and receive, you shall have. So sometimes what it is, you just haven't received it yet. So you got to check yourself many times and say that, where am I? Because I thank God for when you have a mentor, as Dr. Breakthrough says, you do what the mentor say do. Because you may not see it, but have you seen something in somebody else that they don't even see in themselves? Well, look at what people see in you. Or how about even greater, what God sees in you. You have purpose. God has, matter of fact, it's not by coincidence this night, this day, on this call, you're here. There's a purpose. And he doesn't do things by coincidence. It happens. So for you, it's purpose and believe. Then he says good success is in front of you. So the first step is when you believe in God, then you believe in yourself. He said, this is one of my favorite, 1 Peter 2:9. He say, you are a chosen generation, a holy nation, a peculiar people. Isn't that something? He's called you out of darkness into the marvelous light. And the light is the education and the knowledge that we have. Because Haggai, it says, my people perish because of lack of knowledge. But I thank God that through his word, he said, if you want wisdom, ask of him. And with that, with all that getting, get an understanding. And tonight, I believe that one thing that we're doing is getting an understanding how we can succeed in whatever we do. And so I count an honor to be before you. I counted an honor in my life to have known Silas. As young Silas mentioned that we've been doing a prayer call. We've been doing this call ever since 2008. That's 17 years, just about. And in 2015, Silas was getting so busy with so many things because, whatever he was jumping, I was with him. Hey, Silas, we down. But he'd be leading the teams and everything like that. He said, in the mornings, Reg, I need you, if you can, take over the calls. And I did. We have them 9 o'clock every morning Eastern. We do it Monday through Friday, every morning. And we still strong doing them every single morning, consistently committed, trusting the process, seeing the miracles, seeing the blessings that God has in store from something that was set up by legacy and is still fulfilling the purpose. I believe God want to do that in you. And I thank my brother Silas King, SK3. Now we're hearing from SK4. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you, Dr. Breakthrough, and everybody here. I appreciate you. Back into your hands, young Silas. Just a little bit to share.
Absolutely. Guys, give it up for Reggie Haskins. When I tell you guys, my father, a lot of you guys might not know, but my father, when he passed away, his company was left for our family. And I'm going to share that with you guys in the industry of network marketing, right? And it's paid out ever since, every single week to my mom. But Mr. Haskins, out of everybody that my dad has coached and mentored, for him to step up and take over that prayer call and keep it going. And if you ever get a chance to get on there, and guys, let's not play. Mr. Haskins, he's a top leader in this industry as well in network marketing. So I know we're talking about faith and all that, but we got some heavy hitters on here. So Mr. Haskins, everybody just give it up for Mr. Haskins for just sharing that wisdom for you guys. And we're about to get into this. So does everybody have their calendar with them? If you've been, mentored by me or personally coached by me, do you have your calendar? Just put it in the chat. I want to see who actually listened and got their calendar, because your calendar is your calculator. And it's not just for network marketing. It's for every business. I've won in network marketing. I've won in a photo booth. I've won in photography, videography. I've won in investing. Like any business model I've had, I've used my calendar to succeed in the business that I built. And so I'm gonna share a little bit. Mr. Haskins, I appreciate you, man. I'm gonna share a little bit about share my screen real quick and just share a little bit about me, because there are some people on here that I haven't met before. So I want to just share a little bit about what I do on the digital marketing side. And the reason I shared, I had Dr. Breakthrough come on and I had Reggie Haskins come on, because it wasn't planned to actually have them come on. We were going to get straight to work. Like I'm straight up action, execute, let's go. Right. But I was actually visiting my dad today, and Dr. Breakthrough doesn't know this. Reggie doesn't know this. And I heard my father, I was just meditating, but I heard within me, reach out to Reggie. And then my mom called me, and my mom's close friends with Dr. Breakthrough and his wife. My mom actually has a book with Dr. Breakthrough's wife for women. She's included in Dr. Breakthrough's wife's book, for a few years now, and they're good friends. And my mom texts me, and I was like, the first person I thought of was Dr. Breakthrough. I can't explain why. Just what happened. And so I reached out to him. And this is how this happened. And so I appreciate both of you guys coming on here and pouring into these people on this free masterclass. Guys, don't take this for granted. This is $1 million worth of game. This is $1 million worth of game. This is what I like to call the $1 million plan. I host a call called the $1 million plan. And the $1 million plan is you. You're the $1 million plan. God has a $1 million idea, and it's far beyond that. But it's a valuable idea and gift that he put on you, and nobody else can wear that gift but you. And so I'm gonna go over this shortly. It's going to be really quick, just to show you guys, a little bit about who I am. And can somebody just let me know? Can you guys see my screen? If somebody can unmute or just put it in the chat.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna just go through here real quick and just show you a little bit of my pitch deck. So this pitch deck, before my dad passed away, he created a product, and he wanted to launch a university called 1K University. This was in 2021. I pre-launched it after he passed in March, and I had about 40 people testing it and doing it since then. I officially launched it in June of this year. So I only shared this pitch deck with one person, and he happened to be the first network marketer in the world to make $1 million in a month. Many of you guys know who that is if you're in that space. And so I shared it with him in December of last year. But right before my dad passed, we sat down for lunch, and I wanted to show this to him. I wanted to show this vision to him, and I shared it with him. We went over a little bit, and he gave me clarity on how to do this and how to make this happen. And that's kind of the story of how I kept doing it. But the vision of 1K University is we're an ed tech company. So if you don't understand what ed tech is educational technology. The goal is to create the #1 online skill-based masterclass and school for network marketing and for entrepreneurship and business development. So all of my clients are outside of network marketing until now. I've done stuff for, I'll just come here real quick. I've done stuff, guys, for a lot of popular brands. I've done stuff for the Houston, Texas, for the Rockets. I'm here in Houston. Coca-Cola, for CoverGirl, NASA, Chick-fil-A, all type of brands that if you work with them, I've done stuff for ABC News, CBS. One of my closest clients, he passed away not too long ago, but he was the #1 news anchor on ABC News, and then he moved to LA for KCAL. His name was Chauncey Glover, and he poured into me so much on that side, and I learned editing for like Paramount Films and just all these different companies that I've got a chance to work with and email with and do projects with. They taught me about being thorough. I got to do a project for a well-known person here in Houston. Her name is Dee Dee Rawlins, and her husband Clay Rawlins. They own one of the largest law firms in Houston, but they had the first robots in Houston, right? But what I learned from them, like working with them and developing their project, I had 3 days to build their website. They needed somebody to build their website, do the photography, videography, host the event, get all of the CEOs that was coming to the event into a place. Like I literally hosted the whole event, got the teams together. And in 3 days, they raised, on that day, once we created the website, they raised $14 million at the event. If any of you guys know Toby Nwigwe, he's a well-known actor and rapper as well. But Toby Nwigwe, it's his godparents. So he was at the event. He played on Transformers, if you guys seen the last Transformers movie. And so I had the experience to build outside of network marketing. But the reason they worked with me was because of my network marketing etiquette and the way that I built and the way that I designed things. It was all from what I learned in network marketing. And so I got involved in network marketing officially at the age of 18, right? But I was learning about it since I was 8. And I've had the chance to be on the back end of over 34 different network marketing companies. We actually have 2 CEOs of network marketing companies on this call. And the thing about it is when you take your network marketing hat off and you learn that you're just a business person and you're a professional, you will impact people far beyond network marketing. And so I want y'all to start really understanding what I'm going to show you guys. I've also, I've serviced over 2,500 plus clients in over 64 countries. All this is documented. I actually got a chance to speak in front of a billionaire when I impacted them in over 64 countries. I was 24. I'm 29 now. So that was a long time ago, right? In network marketing, the biggest team that I've built, it was over 30,000 people, but the people were close to me. My team was close to me, and they still are. I've generated over 75,000 leads since 2014 because the reason I know this, and most businesses don't know their numbers, I always had a CRM. My dad always had a CRM. Every time he built, he printed out his genealogy. Everything. When my dad passed away, he left me with a $1 billion pipeline. There was 2 billionaires in just 2 billionaires in the contact list. One I talk to regularly. He's in Canada. Another one was the owner of Fiji Water. The reason he was in his pipeline is because he helped them on a corporate team. They had a network marketing company called Wakaya. And the owner of Fiji Water started that, and someone introduced them to my dad. And there's thousands of millionaires in the pipeline. And I'm not saying this to impress you. I'm saying it to impress upon you that what I'm going to show you, you need to do it so you can leave a legacy. I was talking to one young lady, and she's been doing a hair salon business for over 20 years, and all of her contacts are just all over the place. And she was coming to me. She was saying, "Hey, Silas, I really want help with, reintroducing my brand to all of my clients. I have all these clients that I've had thousands of clients over the years, but I've never set up any website. I've never set up anything digitally to track all these people and keep them in one space." And so that's what your pipeline is. So there's 2 different things in online marketing. There's a CRM, and then there's a pipeline. Your CRM, anybody can come in your CRM. It doesn't mean they're in your pipeline. Anybody can be interested and click on your ad or your content, and they might just click on it to be nosy. They might just click on it. You don't know if they're really interested until you get them into your pipeline. And so I've been a part of projects. I've worked with, in the industry that we're in network marketing, for most of you guys on this call, I've worked with the #1 network marketers in the world. People that have made hundreds of millions of dollars, done billions of dollars in sales in network marketing. I've been fortunate to be behind the scenes and see the tools they use, see the technology they use, even help with the tools that they use. And what I've noticed was 90% of network marketers, and I'm gonna go back to my pitch deck and then we're gonna get into some action steps. But 90% of network marketers, they actually fail. They actually fail. And so e-learning, what it's going to do is, how I grew my business into 64 countries was, I had a group of 200 people. I was teaching them one-on-one on webinars how to build websites. That's how I first started. I was just teaching people how to build websites. And I said, wow, how am I going to leverage my time? So in 2019, in December, I ended up building a masterclass to teach people how to build websites. And I sold it for $87. And in 1 week, 2,500 some people bought it. So that was over 200 some thousand in sales in a week. My phone was going off. I showed my dad, my mom. But before this even happened, when I first started doing online marketing, I was failing. People was cursing me out. Get out of my DM. Why are you talking to me? All type of stuff. And you probably still, even when you get more successful, you still have people that hate on the way that you do things or say the way you're doing it is wrong. Guys, how I think is, there's always different ways to get to one destination. You just have to choose one that fits you. And the one that I'm showing you, I believe, from what I've seen, I've done it, and I've seen others do it, it works for everybody. Why? Because it's tailored specifically for you. It's not me designing something and then throwing it to you and say it works for you. No, it's me developing it with you. It's you understanding how to develop it yourself. When I first started doing my marketing online, it took me 1,046 people to get one close. Now it takes about 120 to 125 people to close one person that I never met before. The same day they see my content, my marketing, I close them. That's my ratio right now. So did I get better? Yes. Why? Because I kept working on my system instead of working in my system. And now that I have a system to work on, guess what? I keep developing it, and I develop my asset, which is my system, so I can pass it on to my family, or I can pass it on to another leader that wants to build with me. And now they have a system to use and leverage. And now they can start building their legacy. And instead of me sharing with them, hey, you're joining my network marketing business. No, you're joining to build your own system and your own brand. And you happen to leverage this network marketing opportunity that can help you create residual income for the rest of your life and your family's life. The number one networker in the world in actively is my best friend's dad. He's been knowing me since I was 3. From a statistic standpoint, ever since I was 3, the man, he's been having the same $1 million house from network marketing. I'm 29 now. Do you think I believe in what he says in the chat? That network marketing works? Or am I going to believe my aunt or I'm just throwing things out there, my cousin or my brother? I don't have a brother personally, but you get what I'm saying? Am I going to believe my close family and friends that tell me network marketing is a scam? Network marketing doesn't work. No, it works. You just don't know how to work it. You don't know how to believe. I had a chance to talk to most of you guys on this call one-on-one, and most of you guys' belief system it's not where it should be. Most of you on this call that I got a chance to talk to one-on-one, and the reason I do one-on-ones, so I can understand my tribe. Most of you guys are in doubt. That's why I was so grateful to have Dr. Breakthrough on here. So grateful to have 2 kingdom, legends in my eyes in network marketing, be able to break that off of you guys. Because in order to do what it is that I'm going to show you, it's going to take belief. It's going to take faith. And everybody on here, you already took that step of faith by coming on this call. None of you guys know me personally until now. You guys haven't really known me or my dad or anything like that. You guys were walking by faith. And that's why I'm going to pour out to the people that got on this call. And so e-learning, right? E-learning increases retention rates up to 60%. LinkedIn said 94% of employees would stay longer if companies invested in the learning development. So here was my pitch to MLM CEOs. I said, why won't you just create an academy in your MLM from a corporate team why don't you just create a network marketing school and bring on the legends and the people that have the skills that are in your company to teach the field how to recruit, how to build, how to generate leads. So they'll understand that network marketing is not a hobby. And so they can understand they're not a network marketer. They're a business person who happens to do network marketing and create their wealth through it. And so, guys, there's 125 million people registered in network marketing. If most people that I talk to don't know this, it's a website called dsa.org. This is the NFL has a website, NBA.com has a website for their league. This is the league for network marketing. They're over everything. You can see all the companies that are not good, all the companies are good. You can see everything on the dsa.org. You can see all the events. You need to understand your industry that you're in. You need to understand the rules and the regulations of the industry so you can go pro. So 100 million network marketers are failing in our space. Anybody in the chat, can you tell me why 100 million? You think why 100 million people have failed in network marketing? And it's not because of the companies only. It's not just because of the corporate teams. It's because of lack of leadership development within a company. So people get people in the opportunity so fast. And like I said, I've been a part of 34 startup network marketing opportunities, many of them on the back end. And I've seen the ones that failed. I've seen the ones that succeeded and that are still in business today. And the number one thing that I noticed, because I've been a part of it where other people will see me and my team and then they want to join my team. They want to leave somebody else's team in the same company and come to my team. I've been a part of it where people, before I got as good as I am, right? They left my team to go join somebody else's team. I've been in it where I've shared an opportunity with people and then they didn't even know I was the top leader and they tried to go around me, but didn't even realize they ended up in my team anyways. I've been through all of those pain points that you guys have been through in network marketing. I just have been on the back end. You didn't know it. And so there's so many people that are winning on the back end of social media, of understanding SEO marketing, of understanding how to contact people and qualify them. And so the next thing I'm going to go over, guys, I'm going to get off of this pitch deck. I just kind of wanted to show you guys a little bit about that. And I want to show people for the first time just what this idea means to me. Because I was pitching this to investors. I was pitching this to MLM CEOs. And my goal was to have 100 MLM CEOs invest $10,000 into this idea in 2021. That was my mindset. Because I studied other companies and systems like my idea, Udemy.com, their first seed offering, they raised $1 million. Thinkific, they raised $1 million, right? Over $1 million. Teachable, Masterclass. So my idea was all of their ideas combined and more. It was for everybody outside of network marketing and in network marketing. Why? I told my dad, guys, I was next to my dad when he was passing away, by the way. I was in the room. And I told my dad I was going to do 1K University. I didn't know how. I didn't know what I was going to do. But every day, God will put it on my heart. Focus on this. Focus on this. He told me just focus on developing people's brands. None of the MLM, none of that. I completely stopped building network marketing because I just didn't understand how to bring anybody together. And I didn't want to tell any of my dad friends about what it is that I was doing. Because they already knew me. I didn't feel like I had to go prove to them who I was. I said, I'm going to go help people outside of network marketing, and that'll bring my dad friends to me. Because I knew if I went and earned it, even though my dad's successful and I can join this company and now win and people will celebrate me because of who my dad is, he never taught me to be arrogant. He never taught me to act like I just own the world just because other people know who I am or who he is. He never taught me that. He taught me go earn it. Go ahead and develop and build and your work. He told me, shush, let your work show for you. I seen my dad walk away from $100,000 deals in network marketing. Companies wanted him to do all type of deals. I seen him walk away from a team of having 58,000 people. He walked away from it because of lack of integrity. I know how to lose and bounce back. I seen my dad do it. I've done it. I seen them lose everything, bounce back, living in a whole nother neighborhood, changing lives all around the world, traveling all around the world because of network marketing. Because he learned how to build real relationships. And the reason I'm going over this is because everybody, including a lot of, baby boomers and older people that are low tech savvy, they look at digital marketing and they say, why can I win at it? The reason you can't win at it is because your thinking is different than in person. All the internet is boxes and spaces and conditional logic. It's one link that tells me if I press next, if I press this button, do this. If I press the right arrow key, go right. If I press the up arrow key, go up. All the internet is conditional logic. It tell a website, it's just conditional logic. If you click this button, have the user do this. If I want to build a funnel, you design it out on a whiteboard. Here's the first page. Here's the second page. None of that matters. None of that makes you successful. What makes you successful is establishing a relationship. Once the person comes through your funnel or your website or gets introduced to you online in person, can you slow down and speed up? Can you actually build a relationship and understand their pain points and ask the person enough questions before doing a three-way call, before doing a Zoom or a one-on-one about your opportunity? Do you even know what this person needs? And so with the system that I have and how I teach you how to do the PS3 online. I teach you how to do, and if you guys can keep your mics muted for me, I teach you how to build online, right? And so what you want to do is, I'm going to show you guys this. 99% of people in network marketing, they don't even know what a CRM stands for. And then that's why people come to network marketers and sell them leads and sell them all this. It's not that they don't have good companies, but they know they prey on network marketers because they know 90% of you guys have failed, and you can sound good and you can get on that three-way call and you can tell me all about your opportunity, but you don't know how to qualify me. You don't know how to actually slow down and really ask somebody questions like, what's the biggest business challenge that you've been facing in the last 90 days? Okay, how's that been affecting you personally? Okay, how many children do you have? Okay, you said you've been doing this opportunity because you wanted to impact your children, and for the last 90 days you've been failing on really recruiting new people, and it's really been affecting you personally, and you've been spending all this time at night trying to figure it out, so it's been costing you, and now you're waking up late to work, and now it's costing you at work too because you want this to work and you're so inspired, but every time you get on the call you're not learning no new skill. You're stuck. And so now I'm learning you, and then I introduce my opportunity. Well, listen, about 4 years ago, I started building a system, and I made a promise to my father right before he passed that I would continue to build it, but I seen it transform thousands and thousands of lives all around the world. And what I did was I combined my skill set, my gift of digital marketing with my dad's system in relationship building and building in network marketing. It's a 12-step system. And I wanted to ask you, would you be open to learning how to apply for this system? If it could help you with what those challenges that you shared with me over the last 90 days you've been facing, and help you buy back that time for you and your family and your children and spend more time with them, would you be open? Absolutely. And then I set an appointment. Okay, what time works best for you? 7 p.m. tomorrow or 8 p.m. on Monday, Eastern time? Okay, 7 p.m. I'm going to set the appointment now in my calendar. And this is when I open up my Calendly, right? I just use Calendly or use Google. They have free calendars, or use your physical calendar. And I put them in my calendar. I say, you want it pen or pencil? You're going to need to change it. And then I let them know, hey, listen, before we get off of this call, if I don't have them on Facebook or social media, I add them on Facebook or social media to establish a relationship. And I put them in a three-way chat with my sponsor, if I have a sponsor, or with one of my mentees. If I have a successful mentee that's following my system, I put us in a three-way chat and I introduce them into the ecosystem of what it is that I'm building. I do it in every single company. It works every single time. And now I just established a three-way call digitally. I put them in a three-way chat and I let them know this person is going to be on this call with us when we do this call, I want to introduce you to a friend that went through something similar to you. And I want you to hear their story. Just like Jim Rohns explains, would you like to hear my story? But the reason I have so much influence with the lead, and I've done this with so many cold leads. If you can do this with a cold lead, you can do it with anybody. And it's 10 times stronger when you do it with somebody close. Guys, my mom's on this call, and I love my mom, but she went through the same steps each and every one of you guys went through. She registered for the event. And then she got the link. Once I sent the link, right? Why did I do that? I'm a business person when it comes to business. And yes, I love my mom and she has favor and all those things because she's my mom. But when I'm in work mode, whoever wants to participate, because my mom wants to blow up her business, my mom's on this call, her and her sisters, I had an experience to see my mom and her sisters, they made millions of dollars in fashion before network marketing. For my parents made millions in network marketing and did my dad, they did over 100 million in sales in network marketing, not including the people they sponsored in their 27-year career. So they know what they're talking about. You get what I'm saying? I don't know anybody, and I'm talking to all, I know my dad built with all races. The number one race, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, that impacted my dad's life was people that was not African American, that were Caucasian, because he did health and wellness, and most Caucasians in network marketing, they love health and wellness more than any other race. It's just a stat. It's a stat. And so with what it is that we're doing, I want to impact every single race, Caucasian, Indian. I'm a global kingdom entrepreneur. I don't care what your race is. I want to see you win. And so, guys, I'm gonna slow down a little bit there. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna transition. I just want y'all to understand where I'm coming from, who I am, and why I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm doing this free masterclass. I really learned this year, even more. But God told me, whatever you give away, you get to keep. So this class right here, this is $1 million class because I'm showing you $1 million plan. It is. And I know it without a doubt. The idea I just showed you is $1 billion idea. How? I did my research. It hasn't touched everybody yet. But it will. Because we're just getting going. But my goal is to free people from thinking that they own people. You don't own anybody. Just because they're in your business or in your downline, you don't own them. They can do whatever they want to do. Do you know how many network marketers? I'm talking to you guys from behind the scenes. There's so many network marketers. I was on the phone with one that really big, and then he found out who I was, my name. He said, "Oh, I know your dad," but I qualified him before any of that. He has 10 network marketing legs, businesses. They're all successful. His pain point is different than someone that's struggling. His is he's having trouble scaling. So what he did was he's hiring sales teams for each one of the network marketing, and then he wants to hire a marketing company to oversee the whole sales teams. That's a whole nother level. I'm not telling you to do multiple network marketing companies, but I'm sharing with you that if you are, because most people are in multiple network marketing companies, but they feel like, okay, I can't tell anybody. I want you to know, like, it's okay. I got a network marketing company passed on to me. It's in my name. They had to put it in my name from my dad. But that doesn't stop me from going. That was one thing that was stopping me at first. I was like, okay, I'm in here, but how am I going to go do what I love to do? Because my dad loves health and wellness. I do. I love it too. It's important. But my gift and my dad's gift is two different gifts. And so I was thinking, okay, I can't do another network marketing company. That was my mindset. I was like, I just got to do my own thing. Because everybody was pitching me, different MLM CEOs. As soon as they talked to me, shouting me out in the chat, I don't need any of that attention. I know who I am. But most people would love that attention. So my question to you, are you in this for the attention, Or are you in this to actually change people's lives? And to change it starts with you. And so I'm going to get into some training here, into my 1K University training. But before I keep going, does anybody have any questions? And if you do, I'm gonna come back to the Zoom. You can unmute your mic. And I just want to ask before I get into this, I'm going to get into the system and the steps. But does anybody have any questions before I keep going? And if not, it's okay. It's okay. You guys can put it in the chat as well. We'll answer them at the end. But I just want to slow down. This is a more personal class. And I believe in order for you to become a master, you have to have a teacher. So there's a coach, right? Like Deion Sanders is a coach. There's a mentor, like some of these great network marketers that mentor you. That's a whole different concept. But then there's a teacher. Many of you guys remember your teachers that really was there for you, that helped you pass in class, or that really took time to show you the ropes. That's what I do. I'm not a coach, a mentor. You can call me those things in different aspects. I can become those things, but when it comes to this, I teach. And so we're gonna get into the actual system here, guys. So let me let this load. So the 1K University 12-step system to build a bulletproof network marketing system in business for you. It takes 4 elements. Right? 4 elements. And give me 1 second, guys. Let me make sure everybody's muted out. I know y'all can see this here. Let me just make sure everybody's muted out. All right, it's 4 elements, guys. So is anybody on here struggling to duplicate in their network marketing business? You can unmute. I don't mind you guys talking to me. Anybody struggling to recruit, to duplicate, to onboard? The number one challenge I've been seeing with teams, everybody onboards their reps differently. There needs to just be one system. To create momentum, you need motion. A lot of you guys have motion. Some of you guys don't have no motion. You're not doing anything yet. You need motion, and then you need rhythm. You need all your leaders, all your team on the same rhythm, and that's how you create momentum. So is anybody struggling? Anybody looking to go to the next level in their business, network marketing or traditional business?
Yes.
And speak up if you can. I heard one person.
Yeah, Silas, let's go.
Yeah.
Who's really looking, because everybody keeps searching and it seems like nobody's finding, right? Tonight you're finding it. Tonight you're finding the breakthrough. And I'm speaking that from a prophetic standpoint, because I don't know you, right? I don't know what you're thinking, but I'm speaking and you're gonna find it tonight. And so element number 1 is how to get growing. You're gonna learn that personal growth. That's why I started the call off with personal growth. It's the number 1 thing. The way that you think, you become what you think about most of the time. So start thinking about your goal mostly. One thing that they teach you, in business is to set that goal and see it in front of you. Write it on a card, right? And one thing that I do is I write the goal, and I learned this from a book called The Strangest Secret in the World by Earl Nightingale. And I write the goal, right? I keep my goal with me. Sometimes, I'll be around family. My mom can contest. She'll see me. My mom will start staring at my goal. She'll see me staring at my goal. And I'll look over. She's staring at my goal. Because you become what you think about. Everything you need will come to you, but with action, you receive it. So personal growth is the foundation of this. You're going to get a system called the Core 12. Everybody on this call, if you haven't, you'll receive my dad's audiobook for free. It's an audiobook he created in 2016. It's called Duplication Station. And you'll see the whole thing, all about it, be able to listen to it as well. But you'll get that for free. And so the second thing is how to invite. I know you guys have heard this before. How to invite. I need an invite. They get you in the company, and then you're like, okay, I got to invite people. And everybody just keeps it generic. They're like, just invite them. Right? And so you just call, and you mess up all of your warm market. You mess up all of your friendships, your family. They're like, what is they doing? You're begging them to get on. Everybody on this call that I invited, you guys were begging me for the link. And I did that on purpose. I wanted to show you what leaders do. Leaders become so attractive with their idea, and they don't overspill their words on you to keep you guessing on what the event is actually going to be about. So when you come to it and you're coming to it, you want to come. I didn't want anybody on this call that didn't want to be here. Neither shall you. When you do your opportunity calls, when you do any event, anything, any training, you know, something I learned from my father that he used to do was he used to actually invite his team maybe for about a few calls. And then after that, he will stop sending them the link. He will share the team schedule with them. And he would do it on purpose. And the people that can get past their emotions would understand. And he'll then pull them to the side and teach them, hey, this is a leadership moment. I never forget, my dad was teaching me the PS3. And my 3-ways were horrible. They sucked. Nobody was joining. And I thought it was my peak interest in my show, The Plan, at first. And let me let someone on that's somebody keeps trying to get on. If you guys can, any of the co-hosts, if you guys can let them in. I keep saying the same name trying to get on. But if you know, what he would do is he pulled me to the side, and my dad stopped doing 3-ways. I said a 3-way with him. He said he was going to be on. He didn't get on. Man, I was so mad at my dad because I just started. You know, I'm 18. I'm learning. I'm like, you gonna just leave me? And my dad literally pulled me to the side. It's usually the mentor pulls you to the side once you get too emotional. That's when they got to break it down. But the mentor would rather you not get emotional. And he pulled me to the side and he taught me the biggest lesson ever. He said, son, I know you're upset, but did you do the call? I said, I did the call. He said, did they join? I said, yeah, they joined. He said, do you know why I didn't show up? He said, I didn't show up because I'm developing you into a leader. I'm not always going to be able to be there. You're going to have to do the calls without me. And I became a beast at that 3-way call. He started teaching me. There's 10 steps to the 3-way. You guys are going to learn it in the system. You're going to learn how to do it with or without me teaching you. You can literally read the document my dad created and learn how to do it as the 3-way caller and as the person that's talking on the 3-way, like the person that's hosting it and the person that's doing it, right? So everything you're going to learn is from a teaching standpoint. These are all the different documents. Don't worry about it looking like this. I have a university. You go through it for free, and it's step by step, each one. You see it. You see each step. You see the course. You see the link, like the document. You can download it, and you can create a training binder and put each one of those in your training binder, each one of the steps. And we teach the team this on Saturdays. Usually we do the training call like around 10 a.m. to around 12 p.m., around that time in the morning time on Saturdays. But you can do it however you do it for your team in your company, right? But you teach your team how to be on the same rhythm, personal development, right? So I'm going to show you guys the documents, and then I'm going to come back here, and we're going to go into the documents. So give me 1 second, guys. Does anybody, want to share any of their thoughts before I go to this next thing? Give me 1 second.
Man, what you sharing is so phenomenal. It's nothing else we can share at this
How's
moment.
everybody feeling? You guys fired up?
Fired up.
Anybody recruited anybody in their business today?
Got one on the fence.
Always.
I'm doing a text message while you're preaching, right? I mean, while you're teaching.
Nobody recruited anybody? So what we're going to be doing is for the people that start recruiting people, whoever gets the first recruit in their business after this call, you got 24 hours. I'm going to build you your own personal funnel. That's what we're going to do. I don't care if it's a traditional client, you close the $500 packet, $1,000, $39, whatever company you're in. Whoever recruits the first person in the next 24 hours, and you guys can let me know. We got leaders on here. Carlos, we got Mr. Reggie Haskins, we have Mr. Twanzel Williams, who's a close friend of my father's, on here as well. We have some other leaders as well. I'm not looking at the chat, but whoever, and guys, I don't play when it comes to building. Whoever does it, we're going to build you a funnel for your personal business. So let me pull this up right here. And I just want to show you guys the playbook. So what you'll do, we have leaders, and we used to sell these documents, but we have leaders. I'm gonna skip over here. This is my father, by the way. You guys see him. But these documents here. So the first system in your network marketing business, right, or business, you want to create a unified culture. So number one is our core beliefs is God first, love, and celebrate everyone. We teach this to the whole team, right, on a Saturday call. 7 points of commitment: vision, unity, loyalty, recognition. So we'll have everybody read these and write the definition down. Then we have personal development, core 12. So the first audiobook is my father's. Don't worry about being able to really see this right now, guys. You're going to have it personally. I'm just going through it from a bird's eye view for you. But these are the audiobooks that we recommend, like Think and Grow Rich, How to Win Friends. But we have our whole team. As soon as they get in, we have them plug into Duplication Station, right, to learn network marketing skills. My dad's audiobook. Then we get them to plug into Think and Grow Rich, How to Win Friends and Influence People. That was the number one book. I actually learned that book, and I started reading that at the age of 8, by the way. And I love How to Win Friends and influence people. Can someone let Al in? If you got any of the hosts, if you guys see Al, let him in for me.
Yes, I've been letting him in. So
okay, he's going in and out. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Thank you, Natasha. So personal development, right? The next one is the Power 30 list. Everybody teaches you, okay, get in this business, build a list, right? Well, you can do that to practice. You can build a list of 100 to practice. We got something called a memory jogger you'll get. It's a document that helps you refresh your brain and understand how to understand this Power 30 list. But how about you create your own list? How about you learn how to target and use SEO and create a list and reach out to them? And you can do that the same day you sign up. How does that sound? Instead of me just pulling out my cell phone list, how about I don't reach out to my friends and family? There's 2 people, for an example. Natasha, did I reach out to you about this when I first started this? Or are you just kind of learning about this?
Just now starting about it.
Mr. Haskins, did I reach out to you and say, hey, can you sign up for this? Or are you just, you already know about this from being with my dad, but did I reach out to you?
No, you didn't, but I know it was something because your dad, way back when, man, this was something going to grow very tremendous. And I knew once it hit, I needed to hear about it. I'm so glad I hear about it.
Yes, sir. And I appreciate them, and they're just being completely honest. And the reason I'm saying that to you guys is to say that you do not need your hot market to win. You need a cold market, because your hot market is already with you. They just waiting for you to win. They're just waiting. And the win is not just money. They're just waiting for you to follow through with what you said you were going to do and stick with it and to show progress. Right? So the Power 30 list, you guys are going to learn about that and creating that list. And this is the list to get you to $1,000 a month, or anybody in your network marketing business. Next, you're really going to learn the PS3. This is a generic training because the team will learn it. And then we have the PSJ3. My dad created that right before he passed. They were using it in his last company, him, Mr. Haskins, and some other leaders. And the PSJ3 is peak interest, show the plan, join. After they join, you do a 3-way. That's what everybody on here, that's what y'all really want. Everybody I've talked to, you're like, I want a system where people just join and I don't really have to do a 3-way. Guys, the purpose of a 3-way, there's multiple touch points with it, but it's a validation point. It helps the user, it helps the customer, right? Or the client, or whatever, the distributor that's joining with you, the new business associate, the rep. It helps them to it makes it more real for them and more relatable. A system is designed to help the new rep. It's not for you. So that's why a lot of leaders fail, because they keep trying to give people things that they only can do. You got to give them things that everybody can do. And so peak interest, right? Power phrase, sizzle call, on-demand call, opportunity, training call, stories, sell, that sell, ask for favors. Like, if you had a product or something, you can ask them for favors to actually be one of your first preferred customers, things like that. Show the business, right? So the show part for the PS3 that I want to teach you guys is how to set a qualified appointment. The last 3 days, I think I know for sure I've had over 20 some new appointments on my calendar outside of my clients, like new appointments of people I've never met before. But my goal is to do 5 appointments a day. 5 a day. If I do 5 a day, that's my goal. Right? And I'm going to teach you why 5 a day. That's the goal I'm going to give each and every one of you guys, actually. And so show the business, right? Webinars, flip charts, company opportunities. The strongest ones have been one-on-one sit downs or one-on-one meetings or one-on-one phone calls when you learn how to qualify. And I want everybody on here to research something called a discovery call. Learn how to become a discover the potential prospect that can be a lead. All a lead is someone that showed that what you posted or the ad that got in front of them or whatever you shared with them in person, that something you said was it got to their brain. They want to know a little bit more. They want to know behind what you're talking about. So if you go off and you're just blurring all this, like I got on the three-way not too long ago, and the person was they never asked me any questions. They didn't even know They didn't even know I was in network marketing, and like I grew up around it. They just was throwing their opportunity on me, and they never asked me any questions. And because of that, of course, I trained them after. But because of that, I had to show them like, hey, you would never recruit someone like me because you don't even know my pain point. You can't offer me opportunity and just assume that I need something without knowing who I am and what I need. You don't know. So why would you offer it? And also, you're losing out on income by not discovering, because you may do a discovery call and actually understand they need multiple things that you offer. Now you just doubled or tripled your income. So after that, you do peak interest, set a appointment. So you'll do a qualification call, set the appointment, then you show the business. Then you introduce the offer. Then they're going to close on that call. Then you do a three-way call to multiply the effort, to multiply your client or your new business reps' momentum, their self-belief. Network marketing in any business is all about promoting belief. Why do people go to Chick-fil-A or all these different places that are out here, Target, H-E-B, I don't know. All these successful businesses that have customers, they come every single day to their establishment. Why do they have them come every single day? Because they've established a level of belief into the people, into their customer base, to where they feel like, I have to go to Chick-fil-A. I have to go to Target. I have to get this iPhone. Do people feel like they have to do business with you, or do they feel like you're an option? I've been both. I've been on both sides. If they feel like you're an option, it's not them, it's you. You got to get better. You got to get better at your pitch. You got to get better at your tonality. Are you coming on the call like you guys came on this call? If so, none of y'all can set me. The only person that can really set me on this call is Dr. Breakthrough with that type of energy, and Reggie Haskins, the two people that spoke. They can set an appointment with me and close me into their businesses because of their energy alone, outside of what they know. Even if I didn't know them, I would listen to them. Everybody on here, I asked, how you doing? How's your business going? Crickets. No excitement. No enthusiasm. But you want to build a 5-figure, 6-figure, 7-figure organization. You want to lead and leave a legacy for your family, but you have no enthusiasm. People do not join your business. They join you. When are you going to step up for you? You can have all the leads in the world. I can dump leads on you right now. We can create a funnel. We can go do some marketing. We can do some DMs on Pinterest, Facebook, LinkedIn, Threads, all these different social medias, fan base, Clubhouse. We can network. We can go to network events in person. We can gather all this data, get all these people into our CRM. But you won't move any of them from the CRM to the pipeline if you don't have no belief in yourself. I never forget. I was so hungry for my business to grow, and it was sitting at a couple hundred people. And in that week, when 1,000 people in another country joined, 1,000 people in the Caribbean, in Jamaica, Bahamas, Trinidad and Tobago, some of my closest friends. And I never forget, I was on a call with over 100 people in Jamaica, and I realized, I said, it's not about me. It's about the belief that I put into someone that they can change their life. That's when I understood, because my dad always told me, slow down and speed up. That's when I understood the reason I bring momentum when I build a network marketing business or any business, or when I'm working with someone, the reason I bring momentum is because I slow down and I put the belief inside of someone that they always had. I reestablish that and get them to understand they are the power. You've always had it. And so when you get on the call, you get on a text, when you send that text to that person, and when you send it with a level of belief, they're going to move. So the next one is build relationships, right, in the system. It's called a lifeline call. Mr. Haskin, are you still on here? I want to do a live example of the lifeline call with you, if you're still on here.
Still here.
Can you do a lifeline call?
I sure can.
Okay, I'm the new rep that I just signed up into a network marketing company.
All right.
So I guess we're on the line now. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, I am doing great. I am doing absolutely marvelous. And how about you?
I'm doing fantastic. I just got started with you guys, and Silas wanted to actually introduce me to you.
Okay. That's a great thing. Welcome to the team and welcome to the family. I tell you, it is an honor and a privilege, man. You couldn't have a better sponsor than your dad. Man, you could not have a better sponsor than Silas King. I'm gonna tell you. Now listen to this. I want you to know you yourself believe. And I want you to know the company is behind you. The company is behind you 100%. I tell you, with this, we've seen such success. What do you like best about it?
Man, I really like the fact that we can build our own system and our own brand within this opportunity, and that we can create our own, master classes, and we got all the marketing tools, and I love the CEO. She's just so awesome.
A sidebar. See, I see that he's a yellow. You'll learn something about that too in the
Right.
classes.
Yes, sir.
I see you really care about people. Well, I'm so glad to have you on the team. You're welcome to the family. Welcome to the team. Anything you need that I can help you, I'm here for you. I know your sponsor is always there for you. And tell me something. What's your dreams and goals?
Man, my dreams and goals, I appreciate you asking, Mr. Haskins. I was telling, my sponsor, I want to impact the lives of 100 million network marketers and 1 million brands outside of network marketing. And I want to do that. I want to do that in the next 10 years. 5 to 10 years. Yes, sir. That's kind of my dreams right now.
Yes, sir. I believe in you. And with this company, you can do so. And I can see it happening for you. And Let's do it now.
Sir, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Pleasure meeting you.
Absolutely.
Continue
Look
to
forward
have
to
a
talking to you
blessed
some
and
more.
favor-filled day.
All right. Take care, man. All right. So that right there, after you get a rep in the business, that's outside of the three-way. You get someone else on the team, your sponsor, your success partner, to do a lifeline call with them. And Mr. Haskins, I want to get someone else to kind of share, because you guys been hearing me, but Mr. Haskins, he's done this system to the T, so nobody can really do it better than him. Can you explain why this is important, Mr. Haskins, with all the teams y'all built and the thousands of people y'all built with?
Well, it speaks for itself.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lifeline. So therefore, not only can one get in touch with who's ever sponsoring them, but they can get in touch with their sponsor. That's one, is a lifeline. Then it also introduced them to the company, where they can also feel that not only are they in business by themselves, but they're in business with some help behind them, and they can do the same thing.
Yes, sir. And so, guys, I want you guys, I appreciate you, Mr. Haskins.
Mm-hmm.
And I want you guys to really understand, like, this system it's designed to help people, like everybody that's in your business. And so we also have the BAMFAM tracking form. I made this digitally too, so don't worry. You're just seeing pictures on a little PDF, but you're gonna have this CRM to track. This is your pipeline CRM. And for the people that are already in my class and a part of this with me, you haven't seen this yet until now, but you're going to have the actual ability to copy this for the clients that I have. And from the pipeline that you have, the people that are in the CRM, it's thousands of leads in there. When you get that lead and they're interested and you pique their interest, you're going to put their name on this list and you're going to take them through the PS3. So this is the PS3 sponsor tracking form, and it helps you it guides you to close a rep all the way to become a business partner to a customer. And my dad created this years ago. So what I did was I took his system and digitalized it. All right. So then we have the 1K per month formula. You're going to learn this formula, right? You can teach this to anybody in network marketing. The reason $1,000 a month is so important, it's a belief check, but normally in network marketing, it'll get your money back. But in any industry, if you can make $1,000, I've made $1,000 in a day in network marketing and photography and, investing in just different things and in different services. And it's a big deal for any business, because if you can see that happen, I was talking to a close he's like a mentor to me, but we were talking about different packages, and they asked me a question, and they said, how much per month would make you feel like you had a breakthrough? And I said, with this idea, and I said, if I just made $1,000, it'll show me, because, and it was like, wow, everybody was saying all these big numbers. And I said 1,000 because if I can make 1,000, I can make 10, I can make 20, 50, 100 million, because all I got to do is duplicate that. And I can teach others, because my whole mindset is, can I teach others to do it? Can it be duplicated? Right? And so the goal in 1K University is to get you to $1,000 per month your first month in network marketing or in business, whether you've done it before or not. And if you're a bigger leader, I know we got some successful 6-figure earners on here and some 7-figure earners on here. But this is something big for your team as well, for those little guys and for those people that haven't succeeded. And it's important for you too, because it can multiply your income as well. So you'll learn this formula, but I can put this in any network marketing company, whether it's a company called Vibe, whether it's a company called, Metaluca, or any company. And it doesn't matter, old legacy company or new company that's a startup, any company, you can take this through. And my dad used to write comp plans, so that's how he mapped it out. But I teach you guys that on a one-on-one basis. I'm just going through the system. Step 8, map out your plan to a grain. So all these steps I'm showing you, you do this with a new rep. Like, this is how you onboard them. So we take them through the game plan interview, right? And then we have a leadership development. We do these calls on Saturdays as well. Mr. Haskins can attest to these different steps. And normally what we would do is we would have different leaders teach each step so they can get better at learning the system. So the first step is the faith step, be a product of the product. Number 2 is the fast start step. It's the work step. Build your list, map out your calendar, all those things. Number 3 is the get paid explosion step, right? And that's what we're going to show tonight too. After we go over to digital marketing, towards the end, we're going to show that calendar and kind of teach you how to map out your calendar. And you want to do this at the end, like the last week of every month. And you want to teach your team to do this. You know, my best friend's dad, he made $1 million in a month. When I was 12 and I was like in going to middle school or so, he was earning around $72,000. I was over their house, and I was over there in June this year hanging out. His house is called Legacy, and he was sharing a story on how the house that I was telling you guys about when I was 3 years old that he turned it into an office, and we were in that house, and he said when I was at this house, I was making $72,000 a month before he got to $1 million. So he went from $72,000 to $1 million a month. And he's the one that taught you got to have your calendar. And what he did was his goal was to help 10,000 people make $100 at the time. And that was $1 million in a month. That was the formula. And many people, if you're in network marketing or in business, you're seeing a lot of people make $1 million a month. We got people making $1 million a day. You know, Dr. Breakthrough was talking about Myron Golden, when somebody that he really poured into, Dr. Breakthrough poured into. Myron Golden talks about God as well, right? And I didn't tell Dr. Breakthrough this because I didn't even know their relationship. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I didn't know it was that close before me and Dr. Breakthrough really talked. And I was watching Myron Golden on YouTube, and I was talking to the #1 network marketer in his own lane that made over $1 million in a month. And I saw Tillman Fertitta, who's the owner of the Rockets here in Houston. He put together $1 million package. And then I typed it in online. I said, how to make $1 million in a day or make $1 million package. And then I saw Myron Golden. He was teaching how easy it is to make $1 million in a day and make $1 million package on YouTube. And so that was the day I sent my pitch deck to who a lot of people call the #1 network marketer in the world. I sent that to him in December last year, and then some great things happened that led me to what I'm doing right now, even more. But the main thing I'm trying to get you guys to understand there is anything can happen and anything is possible, but you got to write the vision out so other people can see it. And that's what this whole call is about. It's about development. That's why I'm on this leadership part so long. It's all about leadership development. And there's 2 aspects if you want to win in business now. It's changing. You got to have the social media aspect, the digital marketing. You got to understand the internet so you can connect with more people to your brand, so you can create that momentum and that daily. You got to have daily customers. You got to have daily leads. You got to have daily prospects. If you have a business and you have nobody to talk to or engage with, you don't have a business. You just have a post, like a signpost. You got to have that mindset of I got to have customers every day. And one thing I learned in the book Think and Grow Rich, it talked about, if you really want something to happen, and Bob Proctor talked about it as well. And guys, I mentioned a lot of people because I love giving knowledge. But Bob Proctor, he said, and rest in peace to Bob Proctor, but he literally said that you're not going to achieve the goal if you don't really want it. Like if you're where you are because you really want to be there. You're at $100 a month in your business because you really want to be at $100 a month. And it was something that it took me to really understand. It's a leadership mindset, but it's like if you really want to make $10,000 today, you can do it. You got to really want it. You really want to make $100,000 a month in your business, you got to really want it. You got to become so strong and start thinking, I'm going to make my system so strong for my leaders and for my team that it drives me to $100,000 a month because I've given $100,000 a month to my team. My team's producing XYZ, and so I'm earning XYZ. You got to start driving your business and stop letting someone else drive your business. You got to become the driver. And so this teaches you how to become the driver of your business day one. And then we have the road to events. So in network marketing, in any business, you build from event to event. A lot of people don't notice about me, but I've been able and fortunate since 2018. I've done over 300 weddings. Like, I've been a part of it. My cousin, he gave me a huge opportunity to be able to really learn how to sell events. And I've sold over $1 million worth of events since 2018 when I did work with him and learn that skill. And we did so many events, not just weddings. And what I learned was network marketing is not the only industry that does events. Everybody, all corporate teams all around the world, they do event to event, and they do it just how network marketing does it to blow up their business. They just don't have affiliate links for their employees. They have bonuses, salaries, different incentives, but they don't have the structure of an MLM to be able to build residual income. And then I was sharing network marketing with somebody, and they said, I don't want to do network marketing. I'm not doing it, but I was just sharing the idea. They said, I don't want to do network marketing. And I learned something recently that when I told them this, they said, you know what? I want to do network marketing. I learned something. I was talking with them, and I said, you said you don't want to do network marketing and direct sales, right? Network marketing is direct sales is another word for network marketing. They said, okay, right. I said, do you know about credit, right? You have credit. We all have credit, right? He said, yeah. I said, do you know that credit brokers sell your credit report and they do direct sales with your credit report thousands of times a day, and they make money and you don't make none of it? I said, you're already in network marketing. I said, the whole world is in network marketing. Amazon is network marketing. They just design it differently to make it more flavored to you. So you don't feel like network marketers have made you feel, and make you feel like you got to talk to your family and friends and like you got to do this. Like, they don't make you feel like you got to go harass people to build. That's really what you're saying. You don't want to do network marketing. Because if I gave you a book of business and people were on the phone with you and they wanted to do business with you in that network marketing company, you wouldn't say you wouldn't want to do network marketing no more. Unless you genuinely just don't like people. You just genuinely don't like getting paid. Because everybody is getting paid through somebody. You're not, your job, somebody's paying you. A person is paying you. If you're trading and investing, somebody's paying you. Somebody's mistake is making you get paid. If you're trading, somebody is paying you. Nothing is free. So this step up here is the road to events. These are the 10 sheets, but it's 12 steps. The last 2 steps is building your brand and like building your brand, your website, your funnel. That's step number 11. You can't see those steps. It's the vision in your head. We got to implement it and do it. We got to design it. Your vision is not like mine. So we can't win the same. If you had the same vision as me, all of us would create something called a red ocean. And that's what most network marketers do. That's why they fail. They're all throwing everybody into this red ocean. I want to teach you how to create a blue ocean. A blue ocean is Miss Cece on here, her insurance company, her Freedom Broker insurance company. Mr. Carlos, his company, his consulting business. Right? Miss Bridget on here, her notary business. All right, we got a 7-figure tax professional. I built their website on here. Their tax business in Houston. Right, we got a CEO on here. Her tribe, her whole vision. That's her blue ocean. You got to learn how to create your blue ocean, step number 11. And then number 12 is duplicate this whole system to get other leaders to do this whole thing. And when you onboard somebody like this, they're going to light the company so on fire, and they're going to be able to be launchable, because nobody is launchable if they can't bring on 50 qualified people that are actually interested in their business. You can't do a launch call without 50. You need to have 50. You got to have 50 on that call. And so stop launching people when they haven't went through the onboarding steps and you haven't prepared them. Stop launching them. Everybody watches how to launch video, but you need to learn how to pre-launch. That's what I'm going to teach you. There's a pre-launch before the launch. And it could be 2 weeks. It could be a week. With what I'm teaching you is 2 weeks. The first week, you need to build out your brand and your funnel and all that stuff after you evaluated the company. And within our university, the first class after personal development, it teaches you the 7 steps. My dad's actually in the university as well. And he's teaching you the 7 ways to evaluate a network marketing business in video format, 1 step at a time. Once you evaluate it, you set your mind on, hey, I'm building Vibe. I'm building this network marketing company. Now you need a pre-launch. You need to set up your foundation so when you build, nothing falls. Nothing falls apart. Your leaders don't fall apart. When things go wrong, everybody's ready. Why? Because they have the personal development mindset. They know we become what we think about. If we're thinking about this goal and this is happening, our goal is actually happening. If this is taking place, it's because our goal is actually happening. So I wanted to show you guys that. Before I go on, does anybody have any questions about the system or any comments you guys want to make, any statements before I go to this next thing? We're going to get on into here, and then we're going to go on social media. I want to teach you guys how to do SEO targeting on Facebook, and I want to show you how to target through ads and how to research any ad, but how to target for your brand and how to begin to see social media differently. I'm just going to show Facebook for this call just because of time. But does anybody have any questions? Any questions in the chat? Let me go down, guys. And remember, I'm not looking at the chat, guys. Any questions? Because I want you guys to transform. All right, we're going to keep going. Okay, so I'm going to go back here into the 12-step leadership. So I'm showing you guys, I'm digging and digging to gold. I'm digging and digging to gold. So like I said, element 1, how to grow, how to invite, how to attract leads. This is what you're going to learn when you're with us. And there's so many more trainings than what I'm going to show tonight. I'm going to show you how to scrape for leads, how to create lists, how lead generation companies actually get leads. I want to take that off of you. If you're building with us and you're working with us, I want to take the mindset of, I need leads. Oh, I don't have enough people to talk to. I don't ever want to hear you say that again, ever. And I can't tell you that unless I show you the solution. Right? Because it's not a lead problem. It's a qualification problem. You don't know how to qualify people. That's the real problem. And then how to do an invite for events. So within this system, you're going to learn all this. All these documents, guys, I put it through. None of this is ChatGPT. All this is documents my dad actually did. And I came in here and I added a little bit of me. But so I can be able to communicate it to you. But none of this is ChatGPT or none of that. This is all real deal. And nothing wrong with chat, but I just want you guys to know that. So you're going to learn a PS3, which is in-person or offline system, and then PSJ3, which is online digital system. So I had people joining my business right from my Instagram or my Facebook or my YouTube, right, or my retargeting content, right? And they joined without me even talking to them. But this is what I learned my lesson. I had one leader join. He hit the key leadership rank. He was in Miami. I still know his name. Look, I tried to reach out to him last month. Still didn't answer. It was a long time ago. It was like years ago, but I remembered him. But the person joined me. This was when I first was learning how to get people from online. And he joined me and blew up the business. And his business ended up failing the next month because we never got in touch. I never called him. I thought I made it. I was like, oh, I got people coming. But I didn't build the relationship. So he never knew me. We never established any connection. I was just going. I was just robotic. I was just system, no relationship. And that pivotal moment, that was before I really got a hold of this. And I said, I'm never going to let that happen again. If somebody comes in. So when people started coming in, I immediately set up an appointment on my calendar. I called them. I texted them. I hit them every single way possible. Facebook, wherever they came from, I messaged them. I pushed the agenda of introducing myself and building a relationship and getting to know them. Even if they already joined, I still did the 3-way call. Because even if they joined on their own, their mindset still wasn't ready for the opportunity I had. And I learned that from failing over and over again with people. And so let's go over the activities. And I'm going to be brief on these, guys, but these are the 12 activities you need to be doing every day in your network marketing business. You know, my dad played for the Houston Oilers. He played in their team. And he told me this related to me because I was an athlete. And my goal was, how do I build network marketing like an athlete? A pro athlete gets up, they work out, they have trainers, they have so much accountability. Network marketing, you feel like you're alone sometimes. Your sponsor might be doing it part-time or full-time, but they might not have time for you because you're just getting in. And so you have to build out your activity list and your schedule. Just like a job, if a job hired you, the manager or whatever, they would train you and they would give you your schedule. Where the world and most of us are used to people giving us the activities to do. And so how you make your network marketing business more effective, don't treat them like they're a superstar day one. They're not. Don't treat them like they're a leader day one. Even if they've done it before, it's a brand new slate. Treat everybody like they're new. Because how you do anything is how you do everything. But what you duplicate with one, you duplicate with many. And so number one is add new contacts to your list. They need to be doing this every day, every week, every month. Now, the reason I have this number one is because I already can hear it in some people's brains. If I wasn't going to be showing you this, if this was a generic training and we were on a company call, most of the reps on the call would be saying, okay, but how do I get that list? I'm not about to contact my phone list. Oh, they got me messed up. They told me I create a list. They don't have no people for me. There's going to be two ways. You can create a list. Some of you guys have strong networks. Not everybody in the world doesn't have a good network. Some people have strong ones. But for those that don't, and the ones that do, you're going to learn how to create a network, how to create a contact list. Day one. You know, don't think leaders that have won big, they're not creating new lists. They are. They have to keep adding new people. When they go to that next level, new people are coming. They're not just taking their whole teams. A lot of times from what I've seen leaders leave companies and they don't even talk to their team. Of course, people that are really tied to them follow them, but they have to rebuild. So don't look at big leaders like they just go out here and magic happens. You got to celebrate those people like Dr. Breakthrough, like Reggie Haskins, like all these big leaders like Megan, like Carlos, like Twanzel, like big leaders that you guys have been following. And, you know, like my mom, of course I had to put my mom in there, you know, like all these big leaders that you guys have been following. And just an example, celebrate them. When you see them do it again, I seen a big leader in network marketing leave their company they've been with for a long time. A lot of you guys know it. And there was so much hate from that person leaving. And it's like the person is winning even more. Celebrate them because those people, they're builders. They've created the pathway for this industry. And just like the NFL, man, and all these other sports and things like that, it's only in network marketing we tear the leaders down. In different sports, most of the time, the legends, they're celebrated. The people that went out the way that became 6, 7, 8-figure, 9-figure earners, you don't talk about them. At least, definitely not publicly. You don't talk down on Michael Jordan. You don't talk down on LeBron James. I'm talking about within the skill set. I'm not talking about their personal lives. I'm talking about within what they've accomplished. If you haven't accomplished it, it's because you're not celebrating it. If you see a leader go to 50,000, 200, 500,000 a month, $1 million, whatever, a year, a day, celebrate it because what you celebrate, you attract. What you celebrate, you attract. Number two, spend time learning your back office. Most of you guys do this. You want to tap into your back office daily, especially if it's a new build, because updates can happen and you want to make sure your team understands it. And you want to develop other people to understand the back office so you don't have to train it by yourself. Number three is list build, market your website or all your different sites, right? Your funnels, your websites, anything that can get you income. You want to market it every day, and your goal is to set 5 appointments a day. Your goal is to set 5 appointments a day, right? And I don't know if you guys can see this pretty big. I zoomed in. I didn't mean to have it that far out. But 5 appointments a day, 25 a week minimum. You want to have 5 qualification calls. And if they're on your calendar, that means they're really interested in what you discovered with them on the discovery call. And they're really interested in actually being a part of your organization, or they might have already signed up. Now you're getting on that call to prepare them for the onboarding, which you're going to learn about. But you want to do that every day. And 5 a day, that's the formula to get to 50,000 a month, which is typically a rank called diamond in network marketing. That diamond that everybody used to hear about, that high 6-figure income. This is the formula to that. So if you start doing this, you're going to hit 1,000. But your goal is to develop to this. And then in order to really get 5 a day, you got to talk to about 200 prospects a day. When the number one networker, in my organization, in my life that I'm sharing with you guys in this system that I learned from, his numbers was 420 people a day. He did that for 2 weeks straight. And that's how he created that income. So a lot of you guys are like, I don't have 420 people. When I show you how to do that, you do have 420 people, or 400 or 300. Now the new convo you're going to be having with your brain is, man, I got to do this work. My hopes is that you have so much work to do that you're tired at night, like in a good way. And you wake up in the morning, you're like, I got to do it again. I got so much to do. I got so many people to contact. I was helping a client. She owns a credit repair company. First day I helped her, we created this funnel system, and literally she has like hundreds of thousands of people that follow her. She was missing out on a lot of money. She's never had a $7,000 day. That same day the next day she made $7,000, and her calendar was packed until the next week. This was 3 weeks ago. And this is how you really helped the client. It took us 3 days to build. She had 6 websites, by the way. We deleted. We got all of them removed except we rebuilt one. And when I say we, just me and the client. And we rebuilt her one website that did she spent like $50,000 on one of the websites with somebody. I rebuilt all of them in 3 days because I saw a vision for her. And when God gives you a vision and you can execute it fast, it's like a quantum leap. When he shows you what to do, it's like a quantum leap where you do things in a short period of time that will take other people a long period because they don't have any vision. And we got it done. And her testimony's on my website as well, her video testimony. But it was just a breakthrough. One simple thing to me, because I learned that skill. It took me 1 day to do it. But for her, she's been trying to figure it out for years. And now she knows all her clients' credit scores before they get on the call. They're signing up before even talking to her. All those people that follow on her social media, they're going through her pipeline. She didn't even need me no more. She took off. Right? Paid me thousands of dollars. But I didn't care about the income. I cared about, can I get the solution done? Because then I can celebrate what I received. Attend events. Right? Attend events, conferences, opportunity training calls, 2 to 4 a week. So when we talk about attend events, this is not an event that you're on here. This is actually like implementation strategy. This is to get you to the next level with social media and what you're doing in network marketing or business. 2 to 4 weeks of your company calls you need to tune into so you can stay updated with your company. But every single company call, if they're doing 2 a day, whatever they're doing, you need to be inviting guests. If you already seen it a whole bunch of times, you need to be invited. You need to pack out each call with 5 qualified guests. You need to be on phone calls. You need to be messaging people, setting up appointments, discovering them, doing discovery calls, and then inviting them to that company call and setting a goal to have 5 qualified prospects at that call. Not just 5 random people. 5 qualified prospects at every single call. That's your game day. Just like the NFL, they have game day. You got to show up to make the money. You got to get people to show up, qualified people. And then you want to plan and set daily, weekly goals every day. Like I said, set your goal for your business. If it's $1,000 a month, that's the goal I'm giving all of y'all. Make $1,000 minimum your first month. This month, treat it like your first month. Do that quickly and help others. If you already did that and that's smaller to you, how many people are you going to help make $1,000? Is it 50? Is it 100? Is it 20? You want to make 20,000 a month? Help 20 people make $1,000 in your Vibe company or in your Metaluca or whatever. I'm just throwing names out there, right? There's all type of network marketing businesses in your personal brand. If you're doing a more client-based businesses, like we have some people that got products that for sale for like $50,000, $80,000, $100,000 on this call. Okay, close one of those. Close one of those deals this month and then come feed all of us. Tell us about it. Take us out. Take us all out to eat. Right? But you guys get what I'm saying. Like, make it happen. Number 6, you want to give away magazines, DVDs, and company tools. We're in a digital era. Some companies do have, physical things too. A lot of health and wellness companies. If you're in a digital company, give out the call. The call is an invite. You want to share that call link with people. Call that when you share your link, your webinar, don't say it's a business opportunity. Tell people it's a free training. Hey, I'm actually giving away a free training. Our company's giving away a free training on our system today at 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. Eastern. And, I thought about you. You told me some things about the challenges you were facing in your business. And so I want to give you an opportunity to be on this free training. We don't give this to everybody. But today I'm giving it to about 5. I'm looking to get 5 people to give this out to 5 people today. That's my goal. So, are you open to that link? Absolutely. Send it to me. It's going to help me with this. Yeah, it's going to show you. Boom. Send them the Vibe link. Send them the opportunity link. Number 8, attend, host, or promote meetings, parties, events. You want to do that every single day. To create momentum in network marketing, you want to do at least one. If you do one opportunity meeting a day and you have 5 qualified prospects on there, that means you've invited 50 people. So you're going to have more than 5. But if you get 5 qualified prospects on there and you do one for a year, you're going to be a 6-figure earner. If you do 2 opportunity meetings for a whole year, you're going to be $500,000 earner. I seen my dad do it. I seen when he got the $500,000 ring, the numbers were exactly that. You want to be $1 million earner? 3 opportunity meetings a day for a whole year with a minimum of 5 qualified prospects on each one. You and your team doing that, you're going to explode. So you want to be doing that every single day, guys. Hosting your own meetings. You got to learn how to present your own meeting. When in the chat that we're in, everybody's not in there. I posted a video of a MLM, somebody that was number 1 at one point for African American network marketers, and he made his first $1 million in a month a couple years ago. And he texted me, he said, "Tell your dad I made $1 million." Somebody my dad mentored, and literally with what I'm showing you, this whole system, he uses it to the T. He uses it to the T, and nobody knows. Like it's literally the exact same thing. Not everything I'm showing you on the digital and all that. I'm just saying with these activities, you gotta get this. Like, you gotta do this every day. You gotta hold your team accountable. Keep and file all receipts for taxes. You guys should know that, right? It's tax write-offs with this. Personal development minimum, if you're new, 30 minutes a day. Right? Magic of Believing, it's like 50-minute audiobook. Stranger Secrets, it's like 30-some minutes. Good audiobook for a new rep. Right? 3 to 4 hours if you're a leader. Every day, every week, every month. I know if you're a legend, you want to be a legend, 5 to 7 hours. That's what my dad taught. 5 to 7 hours a day. You gotta audiobooks, if you're spiritual and you listen to the audio, the Bible, we got a lot of believers on here. That's, sermons, that counts too, but you need to maybe do half and half. Half of that spiritual and then half on your business side as well, right? And then number 11 is show the plan. Zoom, webinar, you'd be doing this every day. How many of you guys are actually showing the plan in your business every single day? Right? You can put it in the chat. How many of you guys are showing the plan every single day? If you're not, we got to change that. But that's your activity. And guess what? When things aren't happening, it's okay. But if you start, remember, you become what you think about. So if you can start thinking about, man, these are the activities, you're going to find yourself automatically. It's going to be called automatic success. Like me, I do these things automatically now. You're going to automatically be doing the PS3, showing a plan, and then three-way call with your sponsor every day. Every day. And guys, the reason you need to do the three-way calls with your sponsors, or you need to have a success partner that does a three-way for you, it's not for you to keep on doing three-ways with them forever. Don't look at it as a forever thing. It's a system. It's for you to learn the etiquette. Your sponsor knows more than you. It's for you to understand how to do it for your team. So get on that call with a different frame. You know, I never forget, I used to do the three-way call. I used to speak so fast on the three-way. And every time I would get on with a millionaire in network marketing and they did three-ways for me, my dad, whoever, they spoke so slow and with so much poise and so much just so different. If you guys was watching a master at work, Dr. Breakthrough, you know, it's not an accident that he's in the Hall of Fame for speaking. If you guys saw how he delivered, whole different type of demeanor. When you got to learn how to posture up in your business like that, right? So do three-way calls with your sponsor. So now what I'm gonna get into is the hook, right? And then when we get in about 15 minutes, guys, we're gonna go over the social media. I want to show you guys how to target, and I want everybody to have their Facebook, if you can, have your Facebook open, and I'm gonna drop the link once we get to it in 15 minutes. I'm gonna drop it in the chat. I want you to open, or you can do it now if you're good at just hearing me. But type in facebook.com/ads/library. And I want you to open that website up. But if not, I'm going to drop it. Don't worry. I'm going to drop it in the chat. But we're going to go over that. And I want to show you guys how to create a form as well. The reason I'm showing you guys these two skills first, you know, for now, is because everybody in network marketing, for some reason, like all the people that are not really succeeding or even having some success, they're not tracking their actual success. Like they don't know their numbers. And so a simple form, and I'm going to show you a powerful one and how to make just a simple form. But if you put that in front of any content you do, any marketing you do, even if you meet somebody in person, like I met somebody in person, I was getting a car wash. He remembered me. He ran up to me and said, man, I remember you telling me about business development. He said, send me your website. I didn't just send him my website. I sent him a capture form for him to fill out the information so I can understand what he's going through. I sent him a form that asked him questions that helped me sell to him. But I don't want to say sell, but I'm trying to get you to understand, to help me understand how to offer him the right solution. That's the part you guys are missing, is that form. And I'm not talking about family, occupation, recreation, motivation. I'm not talking about that form. That one too. You do that with the prospect, but I'm talking about the form of actually formally introducing your offer to someone. The proposal. How I close deals with the Rockets, Phillips 66. It's $1 billion company. Their headquarters is in Houston. I reached out to the admins. I sent them a formal email, and I set a appointment with the admin. How I close deals with different companies and corporations. I set appointments. I'm going to talk about setting appointments so much to where you look at your calendar and all you're thinking about is, I need to set more appointments. I need to set more qualified appointments. These qualified appointments are going to help me close deals. The more deals I close, the more three-way calls I do, the more money I make. Cha-ching, cha-ching, $1,000, $1,000. The more I teach people how to set appointments and teach them how to be better closers and setters in my network marketing business, and they can see that they're a business professional and they can see their book of business and they don't just throw darts randomly, the bigger my organization can grow, the more I can sponsor, and I can sponsor from a relaxed standpoint. A lot of people in the industry, they're sponsoring so many people, but they feel all over the place because they don't have a system to keep scaling, because they sponsor so many personal, and so many of them fall off because they couldn't touch all of them at the same time. But there's another person that sponsors a few, 12 to 15 personals a month, and all of them at the end of the year, all 100 or whatever, all of them are scaling and hitting their goals, whether it's 500 extra a month, 1,000, 10,000. Why? Because they created that form. They made it more formal for them. more professional, more of an opportunity, more for an opportunity of a lifetime to build a legacy, to build something long-term, to build something bigger and better than themselves, not just a quick get-rich platform. No, you want to get rich. And the people that I've seen get rich, they've gotten rich fast when they've gotten into the right opportunity. You want to go fast, but you want to go fast the right way. And so I'm going to show this, and then in about 12 minutes, we're going to switch over to really showing you how to target with SEO. And so here's something that we like to call the hook. I'm going to go over this, and then we're going to go over the 3 fast start approaches. And the reason I'm not going to cover everything, it's a lot, but I'm going to cover the 3 fast start approaches so you can understand how to start, how to actually launch your business and take off fast. So what is the hook? So what do you say when you get started in your business? Here's how to invite a prospect or pitch a potential client using a proven duplicatable hook. So I want you to start thinking about a hook, or I'll type it here so you guys can kind of see. I want you to start thinking about a hook or this word here, utility. You want to start thinking about when you get on a phone call, start thinking about what is the utility? What does that mean? The utility is, what do I want to happen in this call? What do I want to happen in this call? And then you got to find your client's utility or your prospect, the customer. You got to find their utility. What does this customer want? Utility equals, here's what it equals, guys. It equals want. What do I want? Why am I talking to this person? What do I want? And then what do they want? Everybody in network marketing, they know what they want out of the call, but they don't know what their customer wants. And that's why the relationships get messed up. And that's why people are not picking up your phone call. And that's why none of those people are calling you. That's why nobody's asking for your Zoom link. That's why nobody's reaching out to you. You're only reaching out to them. It's supposed to be both. It's supposed to be both. So utility. Whenever I get on the phone call, utility. What do I want and what do they want? What do I want? Okay, I want this. Now let's reverse engineer it. I got to find out what they want. And I can't offer nothing until I find out what they want. I can't. So I got to create a gap. God's ability and power. It's some God system he gave to me when I discover on a call. It's my gap script that I give to all my leaders. And in that gap, what I do is I introduce myself. I get to know them, and then I go through a discovery call and I ask them a series of questions. I take them from their brain thinking questions to personal questions to motivational questions to get them to take action. And once I know all of those different pain points, because it's not about the pain points, it's about the solution. And now that I know that, I create a gap. And the bigger the gap, the bigger the close. So what the gap does is I create this gap, I open up, and it's like I create a mirror for them to see themselves in that the problem they share it with me, they can't solve it on their own. And I get them to see that on their own. And so I ask a question towards the end of those discovery questions. I say, okay, with all this that you share with me, your family, you're going through this and you really want that breakthrough. Do you think this is something that you can solve on your own? And they look at themselves and all the combo that we just had, all the questions they answered, they look at all that. I get them to see all that. And they get emotional and they say, you know what? I've been trying. I think I can. I'm going to keep going. But actually, I don't think I can. I can't do it on my own. And then that's when, after I open that gap, I close it and I close the deal. And how I close the deal is I say, well, listen, I match their tonality. I match their emotions. I say, I know it can be hard. You're trying to scale, for the last 3 years and you tried this system. You bought this course. Nobody's really been there. You bought this university. They just threw you videos. Nobody talked to you. And you bought that university because that leader had so many following and they're great. And it's great that but you didn't take any steps. And so what we do is we actually take you hand by hand and we give you the tool, we give you the hammer. And not only do we give you the hammer, we hammer with you until you can hammer by yourself. And we'll hammer with our left hand and then we'll go with our right hand until you can hammer by yourself. And then we'll remove our hands from the hammer and allow you to build your $1 million brand. Is that something you're interested in learning how to be a part of and apply for? And they always say yes. Why? Because I learned their utility. So I'm not giving them what they don't want or need. And so the universal invite script, this isn't even the whole thing. This is just in the next, 12 months, do you or your family plan to take a vacation, make a major purchase, or start focusing more on your health or finances? What I've done with this peak interest, I've touched most in network marketing. You got health companies, you got travel companies, you got finance companies, and you got companies that help you with your wealth, build wealth. I touched on all 4 of those companies in one sentence. And I just got to know 4 different things about a prospect. They like to travel. I got to know about their health. I got to know about their finances, where they are. I got to know about what they like to purchase. Like the convo opens the door for that information. You can use this for any niche. You got to understand, you got to think outside of the box. Just because you're offering travel or just because you're offering technology, I use this little frame here to close website clients, guys. And it's nothing about a website. But I did SEO, so I know where my target is. So I know they need a website, but I don't know what they want right now. They might not want a website. They might want something else. So I get to qualify them. I ask them questions. And I can send this in social media. I can send this on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, to the right people. I can DM them, right? I can send it to leads that have opted in. There's so many tunnels for the vision, right? But that's a really good question to ask somebody. And so you expand with qualifying questions. So if you ask somebody a question and let's say they give you some generic, like if I asked you a question, right? And you just said something generic. And what I want to do is, guys, let me do this in real time. We're not gonna go. I'm gonna do it in real time because I got 6 minutes. Is anybody want to role play with me real quick live? You could be anybody. One person. Let's see what we got on here. I know you guys see my screen, but I want one volunteer. Can you role play with me?
You got it, brother. I'll do it.
Okay, Mr. Askin. Okay, so let me go back here. All right, so you're a prospect that's opted into my funnel, and I'm teaching 1K University how to get to $1,000 a month, right? But you want to get to $10,000 a month, I guess. So I'm gonna call you. You opted in. You know who I am, and I just want to go through the qualification questions. But I just want to show an example of what I mean. So ring, ring, ring.
Hello?
Hey, how you doing? Is this Reggie Haskins?
Yes, it is.
Hey, how you doing, sir? This is Silas King. I'm calling you from Silas King Enterprises. How are you doing today?
I'm doing absolutely marvelous, sir. Yes. Yes, good
Awesome.
to hear from you.
You as well. Well, listen, I had noticed, I'm looking at some paper here. I had noticed that you actually opted into my free masterclass, and I sent you a video last week. And I was just curious, did you get a chance to actually finish that training?
Yeah, I did look at it.
Okay. Well, listen, I'm calling because I'm actually giving out another free training that's more tailored towards people. So I'm giving them a call to give them a personalized training. And it's over, a very unique system and company, and it's very powerful. And so what I wanted to ask you is, with you going through that training, what's been your I guess your present business challenge that you've been facing?
Well, it's I don't hear from my sponsor.
Okay. And can you expand on that a little bit when it's kind of generic? When you say you can't hear
Right.
from your sponsor, what do you mean? He just left you?
Right. And then I saw your video and it showed me how I can do it myself, and I'm just curious.
Okay. And with you being curious, I want to ask, how long have you been in that business that your sponsor, got you in?
It's a month now.
It's been a month. And so, with you being in that shortly, how long has it been since he's talked to you? Was it right after you joined or
Right after I've joined. That's it.
right after you joined? And so I want to ask you, right after you joined this opportunity, how does that make you feel personally right now that you have no one else to talk to?
Well, it doesn't make me feel good. However, I'm really interested in the products that the company has.
Okay. And can you expand on the company a little bit? What is it that you're offering?
Uh, they offer us a lot of health and wellness products.
Okay. And with them having different health and wellness products and your sponsor just leaving you and not helping you feel too good about that, what would you say, just on a scale of 1 to 10, do you have the ability, you feel like you have the ability to figure that solution out to really grow this right now by yourself?
Well, by looking at your video, I think that I believe that if I seek to do it in some kind of way, I can do it without him. That's why I joined. I joined in business, but he told me he could help. But however, I like the products.
Okay. And with you just being so passionate about the products, I want to ask you, how long have you been in that industry, in network marketing?
Uh, about 5 years.
Okay. And so with you being in it for 5 years, you understand, the ability to really succeed. You've seen it, you've been exposed to it. But I want to ask you one more thing. What is your why for doing that business? Because you lost your sponsor. Most people I hear from, they quit, but you still want to keep going. And so what is your why? Is it your family? Is it what's driving you to do this?
Well, that's what it is, my family. We all work these hours and never spend time together,
Mm,
and just work and work and work. And I've seen in network marketing a lot of people gain success, and I wanted to taste some of that success. And my why is I want to bring my family out of this struggle.
right. And so, I can definitely relate to that. So do you think this is something that you can solve on your own right now? Or you want us to go ahead and help you with this?
I believe by looking at your video, can you give me more information so I can get help?
Yes, sir. So I'd love to just share with you, about 4 years ago, I know you've seen the story, but I lost my dad and I started building this system on top of my system I already was building, because I was just doing marketing at the time. And I made a decision to just kind of slow down and build both together. And, your story is similar to my dad's. I remember my dad lost everything after the NFL, and he lost everything. And he met my mom, and he was introduced to network marketing when I was born. And I remember him telling me when I got older, he wanted to do network marketing because he didn't want our family to struggle. And I seen him go from losing everything, our family living in a hotel, not having anything, to my dad doing millions of dollars in sales for his network marketing business and buying a house and changing my life and I have 3 sisters, changing their lives. And it impacted me to where if anybody tells me network marketing doesn't work, guess what I tell them? It works. And I show
Okay.
them that it works because I know. And so what I would love to do is I would love to actually, set a call with you and break down each one of these pieces of the system and show you why you'll never have to struggle again in network marketing. Does that sound good for you?
Sounds good.
Okay. What time works best for you? Tomorrow at 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. Eastern?
More like 8 p.m.
Okay, good. I'm going to put you in my calendar right now, and you're going to get a calendar invite while we're on this call. And the next thing I want to see, Reggie, do you have a Facebook account?
Yes, I do.
Okay, I'm gonna send you my URL. It's a genius URL, so it's not spam link or nothing like that. It'll open right up to my Facebook. Add me on Facebook now before we get off. I'm gonna put you in a chat with me, and I'm gonna put you in a chat also with my mom. And the reason is because she has a similar story to you and your wife, and I want your wife to be included in this convo so she can hear about the story that I just shared with you. Does that sound good?
That sounds good. Sounds
Okay.
good.
Awesome. And before we get off this call, I also need you to do one more thing before 10 p.m. Eastern tonight. I just need you to in the chat, because I'm gonna introduce you, to my mom. She's in there, but I want you to also put why this system is important for you and the mentorship you're gonna receive from our community, and I have other coaches in it as well on top of me. Why it's important to you. So send me a 15, 30-second video or just a text saying why it's important to you. And I do that with everybody because it's like the first homework assignment. And if you don't do it, I'll have to cancel the call, and I only allow one reset. And the reason is because I only work with coachable people because I know they're serious. Is that okay?
That's okay. I'll
Okay,
do it.
awesome. Well, I look forward to talking with you. Also, before the call tomorrow in the morning, I'm going to reach out to confirm. But an hour before the call, I'm going to call you and make sure you know how to access the Zoom link that we're going to get on.
That's fine. That's
All right.
fine. Thank
All
you,
right.
sir.
All right. Take
Thank
care.
you.
All right. Have a good night. Bye. So that's kind of like a framework that I went through. So I do an intro, discovery call. I ask those different questions till I can get to the utility. So I figured out what he wanted and why. And then I try to get emotional. Now I know me and Mr. Haskins are pretty close. That's not Mr. Haskins' story, but he's a great actor. So give it up for Mr. Haskins. But what I want to say is you take them through there and then you create this gap. And a gap is God's ability and power. And God gave me that name for that, the gap, because only God can solve that problem. And he has to use a person to solve the problem you're going through. So when that right person comes into your life that has the solution, I call it God's ability and power. But you can't figure out that you have his power. We all have it in us, but for that particular person, if you don't actually qualify them and see if the gap is big enough for you to offer them the solution, right? So with him, he more so wanted more information, but he was interested, right, in that next step. And that's what you want to set an appointment. So that's how I would set an appointment before a three-way call. But I did them all in one setting. And guys, I've done this with hundreds of cold people that never met me before, just like cold calling people. And I've set appointments and closed them just from what I just told you guys on that call. So if I can do it with that, you can do that with people you know too. And it's 10 times stronger when they know you. So if you can do it with people that don't know you, it's a good thing. So thank you, Mr. Haskins. You guys give it up for him for sure. Now, guys, I want to ask, does anybody have any questions? We're going to go into social media and then wrap this call up towards the end. I have something for you guys as well. So does anybody have any questions before we go to Facebook? Let's see. Let me go ahead and drop this. Anybody have any questions?
No,
So
great role
I want
play.
everybody to open up facebook.com/ads library if you got your computer with you. And I want you guys to follow me on here. I mean, you can watch if you want to just watch. But what I want to do is show you how to do SEO, a little SEO on Facebook. And all of our trainings is going to be on SEO. That's how I've gotten all my deals. So if you're on Facebook ads library, what it allows you to do is to see every single ad that is run on social media. Like Facebook owns Instagram and Threads. Threads, everybody needs to get on Threads. All right. And I know a lot of you guys are not tech savvy, but Threads is literally like replacing Facebook shortly. I mean, replacing Instagram shortly, really. But it's called Threads. And if you got an Instagram, you have a Threads, you just have to activate it. So let me type this in here. Threads, right? It's on your Instagram. Definitely activate your Threads. I'm going to be teaching on that as well. I've gotten a lot of connections and set appointments right through Threads. There's so many people looking for you. So the difference between Threads and other social medias, Threads is like a file cabinet. It organizes everybody. So you can type in people looking for network marketing. You'll see all the people commenting in real time, literally looking to start a network marketing business. You'll see all the people talking about their business, their network marketing business is struggling, looking for a mentor. If you type in looking to build a website, you'll see everybody reaching out for somebody to help them build a website. And you can connect to their Instagram. And from their Instagram, you can connect to their Facebook. So Threads is like a way to get multiple social media profiles from one person and You can message them on all of it. It gives you so many ways and opportunities to build a network and to connect with people. And so I want you guys to definitely know about that. We're gonna go on there on a training for people that's in the university. We're gonna train on that in depth, but it's a really good SEO. So all SEO is it's the keywords that we search. So somebody on here is in they're in health and wellness, right? So we're gonna look at all ads. Give me 1 second, and then I'm gonna type in. I learned this in 2020 no, in 2014 when I first started doing social media. So I'm sharing something I learned a long time ago, but it's helped. I use it every day. So I'll type in health, right? All the health companies will come here. All their ads. Give me 1 second. All their ads, everything. But I'm just going to show you some. So I'll type in health and wellness. So I'm just showing you. So I'll see all the health and wellness. So anybody that's on the ad libraries, guess what? They own a business. So I want you to think about this for me. Is this a breakthrough for me or not? Think about it. I have a company and my goal is to develop other people's brands. So if I'm able to find all the people in the internet, I'm able to find every single one of the brands and I'm able to look at them, evaluate them, then reach out. Is that a breakthrough for me if I'm looking for new clients? Yes or no? Somebody open their mic. I want to
Yes.
hear some engagement.
No.
Yes.
Is that a
Absolutely.
breakthrough for me?
Absolutely.
Somebody said no. Anybody else?
Yes.
Anybody else? Can you
Yes,
guys hear me on here?
absolutely.
Yes, yes,
Absolutely.
yes.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
sir.
So is it a breakthrough for me?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Can
Yes,
I
it
tell y'all
is.
something? This is a huge breakthrough for
Yes,
me.
yes. Mm-hmm.
A guy, Janet, I had all the talent, I had all the words, I had all the things to say, but I had no people to talk to. So when I figured out how to find every single brand, I started hitting up everybody in every different country, every state. I started messaging people at Facebook, Instagram. I started connecting. I started targeting Jamaica, different parts of Africa, New Guinea, Nigeria, Kenya, Asia. I started doing it all over. And once I figured out that it worked, I'm just showing you one idea. Once I started figuring out that it worked and I had the right approach, and my goal was I need to get them off of social media, off of this unrealistic platforms, off of this hocus pocus imaginary concepts of social media, and I need to get them off of here and make myself as real as possible to them as fast as possible. That's how I started scaling in other countries. And then I learned a better way. I said, no, not only am I going to get them off of social media, but I'm not going to just sign them up in my business. I'm going to make them my friend. That's when I slowed down. And that was in 2020. But 2014, I made my first sale on social media. I was doing this. I was using SEO on Facebook and Instagram ads. And then I would find brands around. I was doing health and wellness at the time. I would find other brands that already had traffic. I would click on them. I'm just click on one. I would see their ads. And then I would build friendships with people on those ads. Why? Because they're more likely interested in what I'm sharing rather than me messaging random people. And guess what? Every single person that has a business, these are all this person's ads, right? I can go on their ads and connect. But everybody on the ads library has a business. So guess what? If they're running an ad, I already know they have money. They have some extra money. You don't just run ads and not have some money. Guess what else I know about them? I know everything about them. I can find their page. I can click on their page. I can see the different people on their page. I can engage with them. And guess what? I'm more likely to get a response. Why? And an appointment set. Why? Because businesses want appointments. Businesses want engagement. And guess what? 90% of them don't get any. So imagine somebody comes onto your page and your environment and they have knowledge about you and they comment, they connect, and they send you a message to connect and they end it with your calendar. I taught somebody this a few days ago. The first day they did it, they got a new booking on their calendar, day one. And I taught them how to message. I taught them how I would use. They wanted to use ChatGPT. I said, here's what I would tell ChatGPT if I was going to reach out to a message. This is my philosophy. Here, my goal when I message is to show I'm personally connecting with you, but also I'm about business too. I'm personally connected with you. Here's how I found your page through SEO. I'm really intrigued in what it is that you're doing. I genuinely comment, compliment them. And most people do stuff like that. They comment, but they never drive people to appointments. I've met so many successful basketball, NFL players, so many successful people that never met me on before. DJ Baby Drew, he's Usher, Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson's DJ. He's DJ for everybody. I met him through Instagram and me pushing a calendar invite to connect. And he did business. My dad ended up mentoring him too. That was a long time ago. But I'm just saying, I've established all my business and network marketing and business from the internet. And this one little tip here, being able to just track, like I'll just type in let's just see if they have anything on network marketing. I'm just being generic, but you can be more specific, right? So these are people in network marketing running ads, people that have network marketing in their name. Like this guy here, if I'm in network marketing, this is a prospect for me. I'm going to go connect with Marco. He doesn't have any ads running right now, but he did. But I'll go to his page. He got 8,000 something, right? He might talk in Spanish, it looks like. So I probably wouldn't. But if somebody was, can understand Spanish, he may or may not. I'll have to connect with him. But it looks like he does. But I would go engage with him, right? But with SEO, the main thing I want to show you guys is, because this is a free masterclass and we could go deeper and deeper. The main goals I want to show you with social media is you need to become a master at targeting, right? And I'm gonna go to this is my Google Drive CRM here, right? So I'm gonna open this up here, and I'm gonna open this up. Those in this list here, right? I have a group on here. We're gonna be contacting this list. This is over 50,000 leads that have came through the network marketing organization with me, and this is recorded. But that's they're not going to see that. But one thing that I do is, right? One thing I do is this. I'm gonna grab some of these towards the bottom. I'm gonna grab some of these towards the bottom. And I just seen one person on that list is a huge networker. I'm gonna just grab some of these emails. And this simple thing here that I'm about to show you, it's called mail merge, right? I'm gonna erase all this. Mail merge, the free, and I'm showing you guys free stuff. But you can always pay for stuff if you have the funds, you can make things even bigger. But you can send 50 emails, right? You can send 50 emails for free, automated, right through Google Drive, right? It's called mail merge. So I'm gonna just send a few. I'm not gonna send 50. I just want to show you guys what I'm talking about. So Tommy to Charlene. So boom. I'm gonna grab their name. I'm just showing you one thing. I use this because my goal is to prospect 200 people a day, right? So I do some on social media. I have 7 different social medias. I do about 25 on each social media. That's almost 200. And then I do some with email and then phone calls as well. That's not including phone calls, but I'll do 200 through social media and digital, email marketing, all that. And then I'll do 200 through phone calls as well. But with the phone calls, I'm actually reaching out to 100, but I'll call them 2 times each. Like I'll call them for a few seconds, hang up, and then call them again. But I'll text them first or find them on WhatsApp or Telegram, and then I'll call them. I'll hit them every way possible. Why? Because I want to expand my network and I want to build relationships. And I'm telling you guys, whether you think it or not, it works. If you work it, it works. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a feature called Mail Merge. So you come to your Google CRM. Everybody can create these for free. And there's another CRM you can make that's way bigger that I teach the team that's on here. They see it. They don't even know. I'm going to teach them how to build their own CRM on that. A CRM is just a database. And so I'm going to click mail merge. It's a feature. And mail merge, it saves all my templates. So when I did photography and photo booths, things like that, and close with ABC News and CBS and all these different people, I had all my templates saved. So as soon as they opted in and I called them, I said, okay, I'm going to send you a proposal. Start sending your clients business proposals. Start being a pro. And so what mail merge do, I can create all these templates. This is my business development template. And what I'm going to do is I'm just showing you the free version of it because I wanted to show you because anybody can do this, right? And 50 is a lot of people. But if you pay for it, it's $3.99. You can send 2,500 emails right through your Gmail without being flagged. Automated. So if you're doing a webinar, a Zoom, you can create the template, have it saved. It'll automatically change the person's name here. I'll show you guys that too. But it's very simple. So to have all these emails, right? And I press send. I'm just sending 19 now because I'm just showing you I didn't plan to send them right now. But boom, it's gonna send my email. Guys, I've closed so many deals through there, thousands of dollars of deals every day through what I just showed you, and got in touch with so many people through what I showed you. And my email is very personable, right? But if you want to remove their branding, but guys, can I be honest? This right here does not matter. A lot of people let small things stop them from succeeding. I'm showing you guys what I would do if I was completely broke, if I was completely starting over in network marketing, didn't have no people, didn't have no friends, because that's where I was. That's where I was. And every time I build something new, I treat it the same way. I start from scratch. So let's see what else we can do. I'm gonna type in finance. And guys, I want you to start using ChatGPT or anything AI that can help you understand SEO. So when you have this ads library open on ChatGPT, say, chat, what keywords can I put in Facebook ads library to start finding my audience with Vibe, with Metaluca, with whatever company you're doing? I'm just giving examples of a digital one and a health and wellness one. What can I do? And then give chat information about your network marketing or your corporate company, and say, what can I do on the ads library, on Facebook, on Instagram, on any of them, but specifically focus on this one first, because everybody has a Facebook account, and their Facebook business accounts usually has their number or their email. So you're not just getting one thing, or it always has their LinkedIn. And everybody on Facebook, it's so easy to find their LinkedIn. Like, it's so easy, right? And this is not even learning the skill to scrape leads and to actually generate contact lists. This is just one solution that I promise you, if you do this and you add the right frame with your connects, I promise you your business will grow today. Like, it will grow overnight. In a week, you will have multiple people on your calendar. You will have people wanting to connect with you and build with you. And in a month, I promise you, everything is going to be different. So does anybody have any questions before I go into the calendar training? We're going to end it with the calendar training. Does anybody have any questions? Any questions, guys? Can you guys still see my screen? Because I'm not really looking at the chat until I come over. Anybody see my
Yes.
screen? I need
Yes,
some
we can
people to
see it.
talk. I know it's getting late in the East.
We see your
But
screen.
can I tell y'all, when I built to 64
No,
countries,
no screen.
guys, when I built to 64 countries, I was up at 2, 3 a.m. for a whole week building a masterclass to give to my group. Like Natasha's on here. She was my assistant in that one particular opportunity where we really, can you share with them how that was, Natasha? I know it's late, but can you share a little bit of how that was, how you were assisting all of those people and how we had all those people coming in from the internet?
Oh my God. It was amazing. I'm talking about, it was constant. It was it was one of the most rewarding and fulfilling things I was able to be a part of. But it was almost 24/7 around the clock. Meetings, appointments, booking. It was just ongoing. So it's a little late, but I think that you guys, the fact that you all are still here, um, in this call, With it being a little extensive, it says a lot about each and every one of you. It takes a certain type of drive and spirit to have to be able to hang in there. But yeah, it was amazing. And I'm actually honored to be a part of this tonight too. So it's perfect.
Thank you, Natasha. And I didn't have that planned. I didn't know if you were right there, but thank you. And I appreciate you. And she did so much work, but she was able to see hands on a successful team and a team explode at that time. And it's not easy. That's what I want you guys to stop wanting easy. Cause then everybody can shine like you can shine. Everybody can't get the reward. You got to go through the process. Everybody can't be the diamond. You everybody, it can't just be given to you. But every one of you guys has a diamond in you. You have the power in you, and you can bring it out, and it comes through your branding. So, does anybody have any questions? I'm going to bring someone on to just kind of talk for a few minutes, and then I'm going to close the call out. We'll go over the calendar. It's not going to be too much longer. But I wanted to bring on, and thank you, Natasha, so much. Guys, give it up for her. I want to bring on Carlos. Are you still on the line?
I'm still here,
So I
Silas.
want to bring on Carlos. He's very successful network marketer and traditional business owner. Um, done extremely well in business. Someone I look up to as well, and I'm very honored to work with. And I want him to come on and just share whatever he wants. A lot of his team is on here as well in network marketing, in a company called Vibe. And I wanted him to come on here and share anything he wanted to share from his heart before we kind of close out the call as well. So
I'm just going to tell you what's really interesting. The CEO of Vibe has been on, and she's blown away at your system. Um, that's what's exciting. Everything that you're saying, man. You know, this is a great refresher for me because your dad started mentoring me. Gosh, probably not, almost 25 years ago. I think that's when I met Silas. And it's just exciting what you're doing to help people. And you can tell I'm very committed because I want to see everyone win. Sometimes I'm a little short and frustrated because I don't have all the answers. I'm a student just like everyone on here. And but I'm committed, and we're gonna get this thing done. And back to you, man.
I appreciate you. And guys, give it up for Carlos, because one thing I know about Carlos is Carlos, I'm grateful, and I'm glad he's on this call because it's late for them where they are. And Carlos is adamant about really getting his sleep early. So for him to be on here for me,
Hey, watch
it's a
yourself. Watch
it's a
yourself now.
it's a big deal.
Hey,
It's a big
man,
deal though. And
you,
I'm
you already
grateful.
know it, don't you?
I'm
I
grateful.
almost bust my big head on this computer.
All his leaders know what I'm talking about. And he's an awesome leader, man, and I'm grateful. Thank you for your friendship and for sharing that as well. So guys, here's what we're gonna do actually, because the calendar training, I want to show it to everybody. But Carlos, I think we should do that on a separate call. We'll break that down on a separate call because it's more personable, and I need everybody to have a calendar, and I need everybody to have a Calendly account, because for everybody that has the Calendly account, we're going to make sure you're on the list of coaches. So when we have leads coming in, the leads can choose, like let's say they were invited by you, they can choose your calendar and they can set on your calendar on autopilot, and you don't have to worry about accountability like that. So I want to make sure each person has that. So we can do that call if you want to, Carlos, on Monday or Tuesday when it's not a church day for everybody. And anybody else that wants to get on too, I'll have the calendar on there. Um, but does anybody else have any questions? And before we close it out, I'm gonna do one more thing, guys, here in a few minutes.
Hey, you heard from God. I'm gonna tell you that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna break that calendar down
You
for
do
sure.
you
I
do
did
hear
hear
his
from
voice,
God.
don't you? When you said tomorrow, on Friday, on Monday.
Absolutely. So I'm gonna have guys, if anybody is really interested in learning more about our team in the system and really building your own brand, your website, marketing, going to that next level with our group, because everybody's gonna be strong in that area. That was actually my first business, so that's why it's kind of interesting. I'm doing it again, but my first business was I was just teaching people how to build funnels and websites. that was how it was when I first started, because that's how much I really valued it. I started off just building on the back end for my dad. Like I was building network marketing systems for him. Every time he had an idea, I was building it, building it, building it. And that gave me the practice to build for other people. And so, Natasha, I appreciate you. She's gonna drop a link in the chat. It's a calendar. You can get on my calendar, and I'm not gonna be the only one you talk to. We're gonna have our team, Carlos. Different people are gonna reach out to you, Twanzel, different leaders on here. We're gonna have them actually reach out to you if you're not a part of this, and we're gonna do a one-on-one call with you, and then we're gonna do a group call together. Me, you, and Carlos, or whoever invited you. We're gonna do a group call together and see what your goals is, and see if we have a solution for you. And if we do, we'll go ahead and get started with you and get you a part of this environment, with what it is that we're doing. And so, Natasha, I think she's gonna put it. Let me look at the chat. I think she's gonna drop it in there. If you can, we'll pin it. Let me see
Yeah,
how
I've
we can.
dropped it several times.
Will it
I'll
let you
drop
pin
it
it?
again. Yeah, let's see. It
I think
probably
so.
will.
If you can,
Let's
if
see.
it does, I forgot where it is on here while I'm kind of talking through, but if you guys can see that, you can book on my calendar, and we're gonna us as a group, the people that are with me, we're gonna be in touch with you together, because we believe in doing things with integrity, and guys, we really want to build people up. So did anybody have to say anything else? I'm gonna leave this open if you guys want to grab that calendar thing and just book a call on there. And in the description section, when it asks you, once you book the calendar, it's gonna ask you at the end. Just put that you were on this master class.
Silas,
That way,
it's not showing on the screen.
the calendar. Well, it's in the chat.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if y'all see it in the chat. You're saying the calendar's not showing. You want me to show the
I
calendar?
got it. Yeah, I see it. They putting it in
Yeah,
the chat.
I could show it in the on the screen too for visual. But I'm gonna leave this open, guys. Anybody have anything they want to ask? I know we have one more person I want to get on if she wants to speak shortly. I don't want to. I want to be very honorable, guys. You said she's still on too. I can't see all the chat, but Miss Megan Lynch, if you're on, she's the CEO of a huge network marketing company. They've scaled so fast. I believe like over 85,000 people joined in a very short period of time this year. And if she's on still, Carlos, I know that's who you were saying was on. I don't mind her just sharing her heart or anything she wants to
Okay,
share.
I'll make sure. Yeah, she probably had to hop off for a second.
Yeah, I know
I
she was
think
on
she's
earlier. I
yeah, I
saw
think
it.
she's hopping back on that right now.
Yeah, if she can, just to share. I know we had a convo before the call, and I asked her if she could, but you guys know me that be with me. I'll be gone so long, I'll be forgetting sometimes what I need to do. But I'm just so excited for you guys, right? So let me share this screen. Let me know, Carlos, if she's on.
Yeah,
Yes. Mhm.
Okay, Miss Megan. I want to definitely honor you being on. Guys, it's a big, huge. It's not a game for her to be on here.
Oh,
It's
that's
it's a big deal. It's a big deal for Dr. Breakthrough, for all these. I feel like everybody on here is a big deal. But
oh,
to
she's
have Miss
not
Megan
logged
on,
back on.
yeah, I just let her in. So Miss
Okay,
Megan, I edified you, and I was just asking if you could come on and share some of your heart, and just was telling everybody about you as well. But I was grateful and wanted to honor you for being on. And this is an MLM legend in my eyes, you know, and in the things that she's accomplished, her and her sister. And I want to bring you on and just share your heart or anything you want to share.
All right. Well, Silas, thank you so much. First of all, I want to give it back to Carlos for just connecting us together. Obviously, I've heard a lot about your father. I I shared Holton Bugs this video, Silas. I think we were talking about this so many times when I was in a company called Tradera. That's how I actually met Dr. Stan as well. Got a chance to have him on one of my calls that I was doing. And, I was messaging Carlos and I said, like, you've gained so much knowledge. And I truly want to give it back to Carlos, want to give it back to you because everything that you're teaching is is kind of like that old school and you're in your 20s and for you to have gotten that much knowledge and picked up that much information from being around the greats is just phenomenal. So I actually just kind of want to throw that back to you. And, the great thing is, just, and I'll be super brief, I just want to say that I'm excited because right now is a great time for people to really truly merge like that old school teaching with the new school. And my twin sister and I, Reagan, we've been in the game for a little bit, but back when I got started in network marketing, I really didn't know anything. We just kind of had that hunger, and then I got into a company called TLC, Total Life Changes, and that's when really my life changed in the industry because I got a chance to meet my friend, my business partner, Robert Dean. And I always tell the story. I said when I was in TLC, I was making like $17 a month because I didn't know what I was doing, right? But I was so excited, and I got a chance to meet, the James Dentleys. I got a chance to meet the Robert Deans. I got a chance to meet Stormy, and then I was actually introduced to Holton Bugs then because I spent the majority of my uh, career as a high school teacher. For 17 years, I was teaching 10 classes a day. And I tell people I really, truly found my purpose in my pain. I lost my best friend to gun violence when I was 19 years old. Then I started teaching high school, and every single year I lost a student every single year. And then we started a program called SOS, Saving Our Sons. And I met with my young men every Thursday, and I realized that the majority of them, they had the right hustle and the right grind. They just didn't have the right product, if you know what I mean. So when I got into network marketing, I realized like this is it. Like this is the key, and this is where they can learn personal development. This is where they can be around individuals who are out here really truly making serious income, and keeping their lives at the same time. So my focus kind of shifted. My mission and vision never changed. I wanted to impact the world. I wanted to be able to help people save themselves. But I realized like I kind of had to save myself first because teaching high school, divorce, single parent, I just needed some extra income. So when I got into network marketing, that was it. It was like, okay, the light bulb went on. And then I got into a company called Tradera when, I took everything that I learned from Holton. I took everything that I learned from the Robert Deans, the David E. Monetiers, all of those individuals. And I said, okay, if it is going to be, it has to be up to me to now not just hear what they're telling me to do, but actually do it. So when I got into a company called Tradera, that's when the light bulb went off. I was doing calls every single day. I did exactly what Holton said. I got a video right now called Project 5000, and I literally had shared Holton Bugs' video. We shared it a million times, and that was the key to us growing to over 30,000 people in less than 90 days, and the team doing $1 million a week. And this was my first time that I really was like, man, this really works. But if everybody can type in the chat, you got to type the word consistency because Silas, I heard you say it. It's not what you do one time, it's what you do consistently. And now, Silas, you're merging this like old school philosophy, this old school launch your business, do three ways, PS3, and now you're adding that new school of utilizing the internet. And I said if anybody merges those two things together, it's it's going to be a home run. And I loved hearing from Dr. Breakthrough earlier because I don't know if he remembers me, but he was on my call. And I think there was like 1,000 people on this call, and we invited him on because sometimes people have to hear a different voice, right? Put a one in the chat if you guys agree. Sometimes people have to hear a different voice. It's like a mom saying the same thing over and over again, and then the dad comes in and it's like the light switch goes off. And what I love is that we're all speaking the same language. It's really about impact. And when the impact is there, the income is going to follow. But it's what you do consistently. So in Tradera, I literally did so many phone calls back to back to back from the time I woke up until 3 o'clock in the morning, nonstop, and I hit 100,000 a month in 90 days. And I didn't do any funnels or anything like that. But I said, man, if I actually knew how to do those things, I could have done it a lot faster. Then when that company decided to go a different direction, my twin sister and I launched another company. And in 30 days, we put in 30,000 people and 12,000 people paid their membership. And we paid out like $700,000 in our first month. And the amazing part of that is that it was the same system, Silas, that you're talking about right now. And the fact that you are really, truly grabbing people by the hand, you're walking them through the process, you're holding them accountable, and not talking about it, but actually doing it. So the blessing is that now we're going to have a lot of leaders who don't just go and get leaders to sit on top of leaders and wait for them to do it. But it's when every single person makes that decision to do it themselves. So I will say this last thing. Um, we launched a company called Vibe, Visualize Your Breakthrough. So it's very fitting, right? VYB, you are the product. And we put in 77,000 people came aboard from December. December 17th, we had 8,000 people join in a week and a half. And we didn't even tell them the name of the company. We just did the Holtenbug strategy. Listen, we're launching a company. And we launched and we did a call every single day. And we told people that this company is going to be for them. So since then, in our first 45 days, we had paid out $845,000 to leaders who have never really made money in network marketing before. But now it's the duplication of it all. And I just wanted to say I'm excited because we are in the network marketing space. Vibe is a little bit different because you are the product. So we're looking for people to come in and brand themselves. We're looking to give people, I'm in St. Louis right now at our headquarters, and we're looking for people who want to come in and become the deal. That is what our company is all about. We don't sell juices, pills, potions, lotions unless you have juices, pills, potions, lotions. You are the product. So you can come over here and you can brand yourself. So Silas, I so appreciate you stepping in and working with all leaders, but especially working with the leaders that are in Vibe, because it's that voice that they need to hear to know that they can do it. It's not about somebody else doing it. It's not about somebody else doing PS3. It's not about telling your team to do it. It's about every single leader doing it, and it duplicates. So I want to give it back to you. I do want to say thank you so much. I look forward to being able to work with you. I look forward to, leaders being able to come in and brand themselves inside of Vibe, sell their books. We just had a lady, 70 years old, never knew she was an author. And since March, she's written 8 books. But now she can talk about her books inside of Vibe. In other network marketing companies, you have to talk about their product. So what Reagan and I wanted to do differently is allow networkers who build companies to brand themselves and be the product over here, to sell their books, to sell their courses, to, share in the wealth of the growth of the company. So again, I give it back to you. Thank you, Carlos, for having me on. Thank you to, I see a lot of the leaders who are inside of Vibe, like Kathy and Kira and Hassani and Nevin. I see Tracy Shaw and Twanzel out there. And if I leave you out, I'm not meaning to leave you out. I'm just trying to look into the chat, but now's the time to actually do it, right? You're hearing the message. You're hearing you got to do the calls. You have to do the 3 ways, but you have to do it consistently. So I'm excited. I'm just excited to see the growth in the leaders. I'm excited to work with you, Silas. I'm excited to see old faces that, I've admired, like Dr. Stan and others. Um, and I'm just excited to be able to see people really truly create impact because I know the income is going to follow. So, Silas, I'm going to give it back to you, sir. Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am. Y'all give it up for Miss Megan. If y'all can unmute y'all mics, that was such a heartfelt
Woo!
convo. I'm not sure if my
Yes.
Zoom screen is sharing or not. It shouldn't be.
My
But that was
Yes.
such
girl.
Thank you,
a
Good
Megan.
heartfelt
job,
convo,
Megan.
guys.
Good job.
Unmute your mic
Yes. We love
because
you, coach.
and I
So
want to share.
beautiful.
Megan.
Yeah, no, share it. And the reason I want to say this is because like, she doesn't know my first trip in network marketing on a plane was to St. Louis. My dad when he blew up his first like a huge company. And then she mentioned Mr. Bugs, right? So if you guys opted in, you'll see a picture of me and Mr. Bugs here. So this day is the day I thought about Megan's company. By the way, I was with Mr. Bugs at his house. We left the office here, and we went to his house called Legacy, his main house, and he had a company called Vibe. It was a car rental company, where people can do like Uber style, right? It didn't work out, but the colors were like purple, blue. But I remembered Vibe because my mom, who's on the line, my mom saw Vibe on the internet. I don't know if my mom is able to speak for a second before we hop off, but she sent me their company. She was like, check this out. And I never checked it out. And then I looked at it and I was like, I can literally, I wanted, my goal is to help them build what they were building, because all I do is like help clients and stuff. So I was thinking from that mindset, like, I wonder if they'll let me come and just help and serve. Like, that was my mindset. So I reached out, and God just like brought us together, and I really believe he did, with just all the different connections and things like that, and things that are happening for a reason. And her platform and the things that they're building, guys, is amazing, right? And I'm sharing it with my clients as well, because they'll be able to build their brand there. And I recommend softwares and systems to people anyways. When you develop brands, you got to use some tool, and I believe their tool is the best tool in the industry. When it comes to building up your brand, you can leverage it. And so I really appreciate her coming on here, guys. Does anybody have anything else? What I'm gonna do is, Natasha, I know it's getting late, but can you one more time schedule a call if you haven't? And I just want to make sure that
Absolutely.
I'm gonna share the screen, and guys, we'll just kind of go from there. If anybody wants to say anything else, guys, you can. But she's gonna share the Calendly link, and it looks like this, and you can just set a call, and we're gonna make sure you're able to plug into all these different things that you guys saw today, and be able to be in our community, and be able to have access to great leaders like Miss Megan, how Dr. Breakthrough, like all these different leaders you saw on this call. um so send that link as well if you have anybody that wants to set up that one-on-one with us, and we'll go from there. But I'll keep this open for about 5 minutes, and you guys can grab it. But does anybody have anything else to say, or want to share, or ask questions before we get off? Because we're not done. I got one more thing to tell you that we're doing next. Take me like 1 minute. Anybody want to say anything?
Thank you for making these building blocks step by step.
Absolutely,
It's
Maria.
that one skill builds upon the other to get you over that hurdle. And this was the missing link. So good. Thank you.
I appreciate you, and I really pray, like, everybody as a group, as you guys get better, everybody's able to just kind of help develop each other in a team, and see different things that I don't even see. And that's my hope, to create a tribe of people that are really skilled at building their brand, and generating traffic, and booking on their calendar. But Maria, we had a great call the other day, and so it's great to talk with you as well. I know how much you really want to win, and you're in another industry. Like, we have a lot of people in insurance on the line too. One of my clients, Cece, I don't know if she's still here. She's probably sleeper. I don't know, but she has her own insurance agency as well. And, but she understands network marketing. And so I appreciate you, Maria. Anybody else? And then before the next person goes, I want you guys to know we're doing this call every Saturday. By the way, same link. We're going to have different people on, but we're going to be teaching like next week. It's going to be all social media. Like I'm going to be diving in. We're going to be actually doing things, reaching out to people. Like I want to start showing you guys what I do in real time so you can do it with me. So that's why I want you to be prepared. So definitely have your social medias. If you don't, you're going to learn how to create them. But we want to go beyond creating. Everybody knows how to create a social media. If you don't, we'll catch you up. But we want to go into like, what do you do on there? How do you network? How do you market? How do you create lead magnets? How can I create a simple funnel if I just launched this week and I don't want to spend all this tech time? Or can I duplicate like just a simple free time ways, pay with your time marketing skills, because those are the biggest ones actually. Content marketing and word of mouth marketing, they're number one. Ads is the last one. It's actually not the most productive way to market. You do ads last. That's why network marketing companies, do you see any of them doing like ads? Because they understand you don't, like you heard Megan say she made 100,000 in a month without any digital stuff, but she would have went faster. But building the relationships, you can't depend only on digital. You got to be able to build, because the more you can put into someone, you'll have someone like Reggie Haskins. My dad's not here no more. Reggie's on this call. Dr. Breakthrough. My dad's not here no more. Dr. Breakthrough's on this call. Right? Like when you build those real relationships, they stick with you. They stick with you. So Valeria, were you about to say something?
Oh, I was just saying you.
Yes, ma'am. Can you say something? I can't hear you.
I was just saying for allowing training. Thank you.
Absolutely. And guys, the next masterclass by tomorrow, it's going to be on the same registration link. So if you want to register for that one, it's going to be redesigned by tomorrow, but it's going to be free. Like when I say free, like you guys got to understand, I'm doing it a little different. Like my clients are going to be on here too, and they can invite guests. So I'm not going to halfway do my clients, if that makes sense. So if you get somebody on here, like leverage this to grow your business and show them they're going to have this type of environment of with being with you. That's what I want you to see it as. And you're going to have a group of leaders, like your leadership, your sponsors, your success coaches, or if you're by yourself, you're going to have me, if we're working directly together as well, to help you like close the book of business, to close that guest, to be able to walk you through the process and understand how to qualify them, and do a call with them or one-on-one, and actually keep that motion going. Because everybody can be great recruiters, but not everybody can be a great sponsor. So you got to learn how to become a great sponsor in person and through social media. It's the same thing. It's just one requires a little skill with getting the people. The other one, people are around you in person. You can meet them. You don't really need skill. You just need to be in the right environment. But online, you got to learn how to get into the right environments, how to get in front of the right environments. So that way that your calendar can be filled. The main thing of this whole call is I want you to focus on your calendar being filled. All right. So we'll leave it there, guys. I'm gonna leave this on, like I said. Anybody want to hop off, you guys can, but we're going to have the same link, the same Zoom link. If you want to, re-register, you're going to be sent the link again, but you can invite anybody. And I want you to know, I track everybody that comes on. So we see who didn't go through it. If you send your invite link out, so that's okay too, because the way that I have it organized, everybody's going to fill out something eventually if they're interested, if that makes sense. So, just being said, is everybody good from there? Anybody else want to say anything? Because I'm leaving this on so y'all can make sure you have the calendar link.
Thank you, Silas.
Yeah, thank you,
Thank you,
Silas.
Silas.
Absolutely. And we're gonna have another private training for those that are actually in the community. The ones that have invested and things like that, they have a training coming on for the calendar, because that's a whole nother level. But just make sure you have your 8x11 Cambridge at a glance calendar, and that you have your red felt pen. You can get it at Target, Office Depot, but it's so important when you learn this calendar. You're going to do it at the end of every month. So just make sure you have that. All right, guys, I'm finna hop off, but this will stay on for a few minutes, and y'all have a blessed night. Take care. Thank you, Natasha.
Hey, thanks,
Peace and
guys.
Be
blessings,
blessed.
everyone.
Family.
Thank you,
Night.
Mr.
Thank you.
Haskins.
Good
Appreciate
night,
it.
everyone.
Have
Absolutely,
a good night.
guys. Good night, everyone.
Good night. Thank you.
Great job.
Breakthrough blessings.
Thank you, Dr.
Dr.
Breakthrough. I appreciate you, man.
Thank
Man.
you, Dr. Breakthrough. Good night.
All right, so for whoever stayed on, we're actually going to get into the real training. I'm just playing. Y'all get some rest.
That's so funny. That's a good one.
Got jokes tonight.
Good night, guys.
Good night.
Good night. Thank you, Silas. Thank you.
You're welcome. Look forward to talking to you guys tomorrow.
Yes.
Thank you
Good night,
so much.
everybody.
Okay.
Good night. Good night, Nina. Bye-bye.
Good night.
Yeah.
Bless up, everyone. Bless up.
Thank you, Laura. Hey, Miss Joy.
Dallas.
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
not
Hey,
sure.
Miss Michelle. How you doing?
Fine. Will Reggie Haskin be on tomorrow?
I'm not sure if we're doing a whole group call tomorrow. I was just saying in general, like I'll talk to you guys in the chat and stuff. And
Okay.
I'm not sure if we're doing a call tomorrow. I gotta see what's the schedule for everyone.
Uh-huh.
That'll be best. But I would love to do the calendar tomorrow before the first, like after church time, like in the evening for everybody that can get on that has their calendar. But definitely Reggie's gonna be a part of this for sure.
Okay, because he mentioned that he was from Orangeburg, South Carolina, and that's where I'm from as well.
Yeah, I'll connect you. I'll definitely connect you. Yeah, Reggie Haskins is like an uncle to me,
Okay.
literally. But he's a beast, especially with my dad's system part. I don't think anybody besides like me know it as good as he does, because he's stuck with him. He's still with him. You know. Um. Yep. So we'll definitely plug people in where we can as well. But yeah, he's definitely a part of this. So this whole thing is 1K University. So anything in it, anybody in it, it's all 1K University. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So we're all together. Yep.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night, Miss Michelle.
Silas,
Hey,
I have a question for you.
yes,
This
ma'am.
is
I can't
Laura.
see who's okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I did not catch what kind of calendar we're supposed to have.
Oh, it's a give me 1 second. 1 second.
Dallas.
Sorry about that. So it's a 8x11 Cambridge calendar. If you are you in our chat? I put a picture of it in the chat too in the WhatsApp. Are you in our
No,
WhatsApp?
I don't. I'm not sure if Carlos put me in there or not, but I'll have to check with him.
Okay, what I'm gonna do
What's the
is
name of it on the WhatsApp? I don't think so.
no, it's okay. I'm gonna tell you the name of it for now. Get our WhatsApp from Carlos for sure. Or he may want us to talk because we never talked, right, Miss Laura?
I have not. No.
Yeah, so he probably wants us to like talk. I mean we're talking now, but that's
Oh
probably
yeah,
why he
we
didn't.
did talk,
Yeah, we
Silas. We
talked.
did talk. We talked a couple weeks ago. Yeah, we did. On the for you and I and Carlos did a three-way.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, but let me send you
Oh,
the
so you don't remember me, huh? Okay.
woman. I do remember Laura, but I didn't remember your last name is Weathers. So I didn't get your whole name on the call.
Weathersby.
Yeah. But yeah, I remember everybody I did a one-on-one with for sure. So we didn't do a one-on-one. We just did like a quick three-way. But I'm gonna
Yeah, he
send
was just
the
introduction.
WhatsApp.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna send the WhatsApp chat on here. Give me 1 second. But I think Michelle, were you saying something? Thought I heard somebody saying something else. But it's a 8x11 at a glance calendar. And it's a whole training around it. Like it's powerful. It's what's helped me book out like I've been doing it even more the last 90 days. And my calendar for the client-based business I have, it's not supposed to be, it doesn't, I don't need that many people. So it's even more powerful for people to have traditional businesses too. But if you teach your team, because it can get crazy. Like if you keep doing it and build that momentum, like if like I'm gonna keep doing it, but like in 6 months, my calendar is gonna be so much. I'm gonna have to have some other salespeople helping me with the calendar
Mm-hmm.
because one person can't handle all those meetings. But I've
Right.
had that before when I did just network marketing. I had so many people to sponsor. I literally slowed down marketing because it was just too many people to handle. Because once they bring their
Okay.
network, it's like you got to slow down and build with their network. You don't need too many people in network marketing to blow up. I had one person bring in 1,000 like in a week because he
Wow.
he had a few leaders that were ready. They were looking for, and it was like a huge group looking for a new company. You know, but there's a way to target new
Mhm.
groups, like how Megan mentioned TLC. That's a huge amount of people looking for new business in there too. A lot of people are leaving that company right now. Like big groups, they're leaving. But there's a lot of companies like that where people are looking to transition. That's how Organo Gold blew up.
Oh, okay.
Everybody left a company called YTB and they went into OG, and they had so much momentum leaving from there, and it blew up. And people don't
Hmm.
understand the transition. That's something my dad taught me. Look for people transitioning too, not just people looking to start from scratch. Get you some
Oh,
momentum
wow.
too. Yeah. So network with networkers basically. Don't just network with new people that never done it. Because networkers, even if they're not ready, build that friendship, and then you never know, they might be ready one day. Or you might be ready. They might have something for you. You never know. But always network
Never
with
know.
networkers. Yeah. But I'm about to put this in here. Just give me 1 second. Any other
You get
questions,
me?
guys? I'm okay. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I rested today, so I'm good.
Okay.
But if y'all are sleepy, I'm gonna put this in the chat. I'm just opening my WhatsApp on my laptop. 1 second. Any other questions, guys? I want you to ask questions because the reason I want to answer questions is because the stronger I make you, the stronger the group, or stronger you're gonna be to be able to duplicate. And I don't want you to depend on me, Of course, I have a gift and stuff for what I do, but I want you to be strong enough on your own to really understand what the free stuff we were given today and how to move
Cool.
forward. Let me see. Any other questions? We got Miss Yvette on. Hassani, what's up, Hassani? Um, yeah, you guys are just sitting on. Give me
Yeah,
one
nah.
second.
How you doing? I'm not trying to miss anything, man. I'm here with
And Laura, I think I might have to the internet for some reason moving slow. Do you mind giving me I have it, but it's in the form, but can you give me your number and I'll just text it to you?
Okay. 601
601
826. Yeah, 601.
826
Do 480 6742.
480.
Mm-hmm. 601 480
Okay. Oh yeah, I did
6742.
text you earlier. We text you the link. Okay, I do have your number right here. I text you the link. Okay, I'm about to text it to you. I'm grabbing it right now.
Awesome. Thank you.
1 second. So before you go into the group chat, it's just like a short form you have to fill out, and
Okay.
then it'll just take you right into the group chat.
Okie dokie. You as well.
Appreciate you. But I want to know too. The form is going to say, but where are you at currently with building? Like, how is it going for you?
Um, Truthfully, it was going very well, and I still have the connections, but I
Mhm.
just had a
Yeah.
setback. My daughter has lost 5 babies in 3 months, and it's kind of hard dealing with that and doing this. So I'm just kind of get back into my momentum, my mojo. So yeah, so it's kind of rough, but life still goes on, right?
Right. No, you're good. And guess what, Miss Laura? This is a safe place to share things that aren't going right with the team, because everybody has been through something like that or is overcoming it currently. Different challenges in business, and so this is a perfect environment to share it, so we can change it.
Well, you know what? Let me make sure I change that because I just misspoke. She's lost 4
Mhm.
since Mother's Day. And then the one is on life support now. So we're not sure if what he's gonna do. In the next couple of days. So I misspoke. I definitely do not want to kill him off. Definitely don't want to do that. So I have to change that. So we're hopeful. We know God's in control of everything, and we're just trying to, you know, be God's biggest cheerleader so we can make the most noise for him on his and let him know that we want him to be here if that's what God's will is. So I didn't know if I was gonna be able to make the call tonight, but here I am.
No, that's awesome. Well, I'm glad for your transparency. Um, but we're gonna definitely, like, if you're a part of it with Carlos and stuff, we're gonna make sure that you're strong enough to really know how to do this. Because this is what I was
And
sharing
that's
too.
what I want to do.
This,
Yeah, I want to make sure that I am as well.
yep. But we're definitely, like Asani put in the chat, praying for you and your family for sure.
Thank you so
But
much. I
I want you to
appreciate
know
that.
this, because the reason I'm sharing all this is because, like I lost my dad, right, in the middle of him building one of the biggest things of his life. Like, it was going crazy good for what he was doing for people, you know. Um, so we're literally the like one of the first. I don't know, because I don't know the whole industry. So many people, but as of what I know, we're like one of the first families to have an account in network marketing, like, passed down, and it's still, it's still going.
Yeah.
You know, um, most families are like the first African American family, and the
Yeah.
reason I'm saying that is because in network marketing they promise you can pass on things, but we haven't seen anybody do it. I've seen so many people.
Right.
I've seen so many leaders now to where they're becoming a CEO, like Megan, like
Mm.
Mr. Bugs, like, because they understood the companies couldn't keep what they promised, and they're making that promise. They're doing it.
Right.
So that's why I'm saying, like, what we teach, definitely stick with it. It is a lot. I'm not gonna lie. I'm going through my dad's system too. It's a lot for me because it's a lot. He literally was a
Yeah.
legend at it. I mean, if you could see all those different tabs, it goes so much more, but it's so organized. And I organized it and put things together on top of what I do. But I want to make sure people have the foundation, because that's what I had. That's what made me different online, because I was trying to figure out, why am I able to take people off of online so fast and close them? Because I learned how to build the relationship fast. Like, it was so many times I would do it with me or my team member, and I would close. Like, some people would be negative to my team member. They would put me in the chat on Facebook or something, or show me who the person they're prospecting is and what they said negative, and I would reach out, get them on a call, and close them with them.
Right.
Like, that takes belief. But you want to know what I believed in, Laura?
What is that?
I believe that whenever I take them offline, they was gonna believe in me. That's what I believe. So I held that belief system and that faith. Like, okay, you trolling me on the internet because you don't know me, or pushing me away or whatever. But I guarantee you, if I could, let me set an appointment with you. Let us get on a phone call. And before I had the calendar, I was just getting people's phone numbers and calling them and closing them for my voice. But I believe, okay, you saying all that. Wait till we get on the phone call. I believed in the person they would hear from or see, that it would convince them, actually, let me give this person a chance to get to know them or do business with them. That was my game changer. And so it drove me to get people offline as fast as possible, because I knew if I did that, I can actually make this real for me and for them too. And then it also eliminated doubters, because I knew if they actually connected with me from online, rarely just meeting me, I knew they had some type of belief or faith level that was required to do what it is that I'm doing. Because it takes faith to just connect with strangers online, right? Yeah. So if you can do that, that's without faith, you can't please God. You doing that, like you seeing these people on this call right there. I had 2 huge millionaires on that call. I had more millionaires on there, but I had 2 huge millionaires on there, and I had 2 MLM CEOs. The other one had to get off, but the one that talked at the end, that most of you guys know, I think you guys are with Megan. But I'm just saying, I didn't set none of this stuff up, guys. The call was just going to be me. All the different combos y'all heard, that happened today. After I went and saw my dad, I went to the grave thing. I don't like talking about all that, but I went there to just I just felt God telling me to go there. And I heard my dad say, call one person. I called Reggie Haskins. Because I never call my dad friends for business, none of that. I called him. He said, of course I'm going to do it. I just said, I just want you to come on and pray and share some faith, like my dad, whatever. He was like, of course. And then I reached out to my mom, because her and Dr. Bergthau, and I didn't even know Dr. Bergthau mentored Byron. My mom did tell me. I think I was just so busy I didn't remember. But he mentored so many people, but he mentored Myron Golden like that. Like, that's not something to play with.
Right.
That like Les Brown, all these different people, and to be in the Hall of Fame as a speaker, for you to hear that for free, you're thinking, what are they about to sell me? And I'm not selling you nothing, but I want your time. I want you to book on my calendar. I'm just sharing you the mindset of what I learned. And this is what other big leaders do. You just don't see it. Like the legends. I want you to book. I'm going to give you so much free, because guess what? I just planted. What I just did, that cost my clients $5,000, what I just did for you guys. So I had 40 people on there. This is what God sees, what I just did. I had 40 people on there, times 5,000. I just gave away $200,000 today. That's my combo with God.
I don't think that
But really,
I
it's
don't think
more.
you can say you gave it away. I
No,
think you
I'm talking
blessed
about in
others.
value. I'm talking about in value.
Right.
Yeah. I gave it away in value, because I don't show this to people unless they pay what I just showed. Everybody that I showed those documents to, they paid, and they signed a license to train on that. I didn't show the whole thing, but I showed it. Yeah, they have a license.
Well, I think I'm very blessed to have
No.
been
You don't
a
have to
part of
worry
it.
about that part. I'm just sharing with you what I learned, is that you gotta give before you receive.
Correct.
That's how I've gotten clients. I'll give away a free training. I give, you give. Become a master giver. And you'll understand how I teach, but I teach off of like biblical principles. That's what I learned from my father. And so when I say I gave away that much, that's how much I gave away. Because this is how you grow your network marketing business big. every time you share your opportunity with somebody, you're planting a seed.
Correct.
So if I share my business with you and you tell me no, you think I didn't just grow nothing, but I just grew something. Even if you said no, it has nothing to do with you. It
Right.
has to do with me and God and me planting the seed. I'm being obedient. This is what he wants me to do.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're gonna see, I was planting the seeds, and then all of a sudden it's 40 people on the call. I had 40 no's this month, but it's 40 people on the call out of nowhere, right? I'm just giving you an example.
Mm-hmm.
Or you're gonna see in your business, you were planting seeds and your business grew. But if you kept planting, all of a sudden one day you're gonna have 500 people join. And other people are gonna see it
Right.
and think, oh, they got lucky. No, if you were planting those seeds, you planted 500 seeds. The harvest came in one person.
Mm.
You're gonna learn what I'm saying. You're gonna be able to see it actually, like you're gonna see the numbers actually work. Like when you learn the calendar, you're gonna know your ratios. You're gonna know, like, if you talk, like for me, if I talk to 120 to 125 people, somebody's gonna close. Like from people I don't know. I'm not talking about people I know are in my funnel. I'm talking about from just strangers. So with me knowing that,
Right.
if I want to close one person today, I talk to 120 people. I prospect 120. If I want to do two, I up it up. You know, one post can reach thousands of people,
Correct.
millions of people. So that's how you can scale. But a lot of people, they miss out on actually knowing their numbers because they don't have any form that captures the information. So like the form I just sent you, that's how I want you to start building your business.
Okay.
When you see that form I sent you and those questions,
Yeah. I'm trying
but
to.
no, you're good. I texted to you. But I'm saying that's the mindset I want you to have. Any information, anything you share, you're gonna learn how to have a form in front of it so you can track your numbers. It's all about tracking your numbers. Then you'll be able to say, hey,
Okay.
I know this XYZ. But all right, guys, I hope y'all have a blessed night. I'm gonna hop off here, guys, and this has been recorded too. The call, I'm gonna trim it up just for the call,
Awesome.
so you guys will be able to see it on
Thank
the
you.
website link. Y'all have a good night.
Right.
Great
Thank you.
deal. I was going to ask about that.
Oh yeah. Is there any other question? Just that?
Oh
No,
no, that was
Okay. Yeah. I'm
hey.
gonna have it by tomorrow. I'm gonna have it all downloaded and we'll put it on there tomorrow, or by at least by tomorrow night.
All right.
like
Thank
you
you.
said earlier, for
Hmm.
everyone that stayed on the call, it's the real training starts.
Yeah,
Was
Hassani know this because he's been on some, and for some reason I just come back and start talking about all type of stuff.
and sometimes, like I said, when people leave early, not because they were not engaged, but God is out. It's divine order, and this was meant to be. The group that's here today, right now, was meant to hear the extra nuggets that you dropped today, and I
Yes,
and
ma'am.
I thank you for pouring into us.
Absolutely, and my thing is just pay it forward, with your
Yeah,
team, and just pay it forward, and just really really get people to where they want to be, and you have the power to do that.
I believe it.
You just needed a system to be able to give it to them, and then now you can use your coaching and your that all that positivity you have in you. You can leverage that with the system. So now you can help them drive, and when they feel like giving up, you can pour into them because they have a vehicle to drive now.
Right. With good,
'Cause
with four good
before
tires.
this, yeah, before this, they were trying to catch the bus,
Oh yeah.
right?
But now,
They're just waiting
Silas,
around,
there's nothing
waiting
wrong
for the
with the
bus.
bus now.
No, I caught the bus. Look, when my parents and everything, they lost everything. I'm from the hood. I caught the bus. I had to catch the bus by myself. For my dad became really successful. I went through everything you can think of. So I'm grateful, but I'm just saying it's slower.
Of
So we want to
course.
give them a Lamborghini SBJ.
That's my dream.
You're
Yeah.
gonna see what I'm saying. But all right, Miss Laura, I love the conversation we just had, and I feel like you can definitely bring a huge amount of like value to the team and a lot of humility. It sounds like you carry. But I want you to know this: we about to make a lot of money in the name of Jesus.
In the name of Jesus.
Because we got to help people. You can't help them if you're broke, mentally or physically. You got to have it.
Exactly. Gotcha.
All right. Good night, guys.
Good night. Bless.
Blessings.